welcome to the old MCU crew. It's Monday. We got the Cox man. He's looking. Are you posing? Are you a model now? Is that what you do in the morning? Is that how you get ready when you stare at the mirror, Jesse?
In Vogue, yes. Strike a pose. Yeah, that's me.
Man, does it work for you?
Yeah, obviously. Obviously, it works for me. I don't make videos where people are like, dude, you look like you need to sleep. I never do that.
Well, that's good.
I always look great and flawless.
That's good.
Like
what?
Yeah. We got
Nothing,
Bronze here.
We're talking about me. We're talking about me, Bronze, okay?
Bronze
me.
shows up.
You looking flawless?
She's
flawless.
Great. She's great.
Flawless.
I mean, okay.
Flawless.
I don't.
Okay?
Make sure you look flawless?
I don't like that.
What do I do? Like I was saying, nothing. We were saying nothing. I wake up flawless.
Oh, okay.
Boom.
That's
Roasted.
dope.
Jesse's Vogue, and that's the entire show. Bronze, how's it going?
Sorry, I'm late. I totally slept. I stayed up late for the first time in a long time, and then slept past my
There's your
alarm.
problem.
It's true. You got to go sleep early.
It is my problem. I've been back on the Zomboid, and it's I swear to God, I don't even plan it, and then it'll just be super late at night, and I'm like, oh shit, okay.
But then are you not tired the next day? Let's get into this. What keeps you up, Bronze? Is it the video games? Is there a monster under your bed?
Are you addicted to Twitch?
Are you a grind? Yeah, is it a grind?
Are you addicted?
No, I'm not addicted to Twitch. Normally, I feel like I was better about being on my schedule, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, this month has been mental health wise, like everything that's going on with Wizards, like I don't know, like it's so much career uncertainty. It's just like stressful. It's just stressful.
So it's
especially
the no sleep because of anxiety sleep situation.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. And like on the All South Asian show that I'm a co-owner on that we kickstarted.
Yeah.
We raised $150,000 through Kickstarter. And between us here, like Wizards was talking to us about giving us
wait. We're live.
Are we live?
This is live.
Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. Between us here, between all of us here,
friends.
I'm glad that we just added to that stress.
Yeah. We were talking about like whether or not we even want to play that game or get permission to play that game. So that's why I've been stressed, you know.
Gotcha. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's going from like giving us permission to like, do we even want permission? You know, it's stressful. Stressful. I guess that was going to be behind the scenes stress, but now you guys know it's not anything incriminating. It's just it's a stressful conversation to have, you know.
Well, now they own 25% of the podcast, Bronze. Thanks for that. You appreciate
it.
Shit!
No.
Way to go. Way to go.
There's like multiple facets to it too, because the more I think about it, the more I'm like the stuff that keeps me up at night is like when you promise people it's going to be one thing and then going back on that. Do you know what I mean? When you say, oh, it's going to be like a D&D game and then going back and being like, it's not going to be a D&D game.
Like, makes sense.
There's going to be some percentage of people that are annoyed. There's going to be some percentage of people that understand.
Yeah. No, I get it. I understand it.
Well, I for one welcome our new.
I don't know how you wake up flawless, Jesse. I can't do it.
It's
the MCU crew. It's sponsored by Wizards of the Coast.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
getting into
Marvel.
Say that.
It's because Disney owns WotC, and they gave WotC control of all the podcasts.
I don't think that's how that works.
Is that how that works?
I'm pretty sure Hasbro owns WotC.
Okay.
What?
But Hasbro sucks, so whatever.
Does Disney own Hasbro, Jesse? I think they do. I think that's a thing.
I feel like if we were to do sort of like a Venn diagram / flow chart situation, we would discover in the end it's all owned by like one guy named like Philip Duvel.
Yeah.
and he lives. No, it has to be like a good, like a Cruella DeVille, like one of those. Like his name
DeVille.
definitely is evil sounding. Yeah. He lives in kind of like a castle in Norway, and it's who it is. It's the dude who writes all the music. You know who I'm talking about? That guy who like wrote every hit song for like 10 years. That dude.
Yeah.
Convinced
That's
he
the
runs
guy?
everything. There's like one dude. I think he lives in either like Finland or Sweden or some country in Northern Europe, and he like writes all the music. And I'm convinced that guy runs the world. There's no way one dude is just like, I am the hit maker. I make the hits. I don't know who this man is.
I think
he cracked the code.
Yeah. I think
and now he runs the world. Convinced of that.
It might be.
Like, today I decided not to make hits. I will destroy Dungeons and Dragons. He had a little French in there at the end.
Yeah,
but like whatever.
I don't know. It's stupid, but like that type of like little things stress me out. Like little tiny.
You gotta shake it off. You gotta become a Tay-Tay fan. You gotta just shake it off. All right, you just wake up and shake it off.
Shake it off.
Yeah, just shake it off.
I was joking in my chat where I was like, Wizard sent me one of those fancy holiday gifts. Like it's a giant custom.
Well, you got a big ass gift.
Screen.
I got this. They sent me a card, and then this was inside.
Oh, so you got the magic gift. I got the D&D gift.
Oh.
So the D&D gift comes with like 2 coasters, 2 mugs for coffee, and then it has this giant custom DM screen with your name on it and a metal plate.
That's
really
cool.
nice. I got it, and it's like, FTC disclosures for posting about this. It's like a gentle nudge, like, oh, tweet about it. I was like,
yeah,
you do this on the internet. And then you want me.
You got to post about it, Bronze.
To log into my Twitter where people hate me every day for no fucking reason. And you want me to
it's not no reason.
It might not be for any reason.
It's not no reason.
I mean, it's like for,
What?
I mean, like,
You know.
And you want me to pose with my Wizard sponsored D&D screen.
Yes.
After the turd they laid on the timeline. They want me to.
It's true.
Like, thank you for my new.
Yes.
And I know this is a stupid thing to stress out over, but I'm just like stressed. I'm like, I personally just feel weird getting something and not saying anything. I'm already bad at receiving gifts.
That's the secret influencer power that we hold. Never post anything you get.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because then they just keep sending you stuff like, maybe they'll post it now. Maybe this is a cool enough gift. They'll post it. And you just wait till the car shows up. You just wait till the car shows up, and then you post the car.
I don't like this, because then we're going to have to sit through another show where Bronze is like, yeah, so they sent me another custom Xbox, and I have to be like, cool. I'm so happy for you. That's awesome.
Well, maybe that's why she got the custom Xbox.
Wow,
Jesse.
I'm so happy.
It's because she posts this shit and we don't. That's probably the case.
Did I post it?
I don't know if you ever posted it.
I really like the controller holders.
Yeah,
the controller holders are shaped like they're shaped like the cross, like the Wakanda Forever, like that. And then
okay. I was trying.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the fist.
Okay. Oh, I get it. Got it. I understand.
And when you put them next to each other, it's like that.
Is that an elite?
Yeah. No. I'm not gonna send an elite.
Oh, well, I mean, they send me the elites. I figured there would be an elite.
Oh, I didn't. I had to pay. I had to pay for my elite. So.
Wow. That's because you posted that Xbox. You should have played hard to get. You should have waited for the elite to
and then they would give me it for free.
Yeah. That's what would have happened. That's what would have happened. Anyways, I'm going to take that Black Panther Xbox and use it as a transition to talk about the MCU.
What? Is that what the show is?
It's what it's
very
about.
Late today.
Yeah.
I overslept and jumped on and exposed you all to my tired face.
You did expose us.
You did expose yourself to us.
Okay.
What?
Anyway.
What?
Well, okay. All right.
Okay.
Jeremy Renner still in the hospital. He's still not out. It's been 2 weeks. When did that happen? It's been a while. He celebrated his 52nd birthday in the ICU. They posted an update yesterday, I believe, or maybe this was on Saturday, where his family was saying he's still doing all the physical recovery and doing well, quote unquote, crushing his recovery goals. They haven't said exactly what is like the issue, though. And every photo they've posted has just been him, lying in a hospital bed.
Well, because they don't want to show you the bottom half of him, which is like, I imagine, mangled as hell.
Yeah.
That's what got him, is his legs were caught in that thing.
Yeah. So that's, we'll wait and see. He did just have a show premiere, which I've never heard of. They don't even say the show name. Oh, here it is. It premieres on Paramount Plus, called The Mayor of Kingstown. I have no idea what that is. It's not MCU.
Paramount Plus, they got those winners, dude.
Well, look, they have Yellowstone.
Known for the very good shows.
I'm a big fan of Yellowstone, Jesse. You watch your mouth, okay? You watch your mouth.
I stand by what I said.
Yellowstone's good. Nothing else is.
I stand by what I said.
I think Stallone has a... What about Star Trek New Worlds? That show's pretty good.
One season, great. I can't say the whole show is good. One season was fantastic.
Okay.
I don't know the rest.
All right.
I don't know the rest.
All right.
Don't put that on me.
True. Fair.
It took 2 terrible shows to get there.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true.
The only thing I watch on Paramount Plus is RuPaul's Drag Race.
That's on Paramount Plus?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I need to watch some of that.
I have an account.
You should watch Bronze. I think you'd really enjoy Yellowstone. I think it would just be...
Even after the conversation last time where we decided I was one of the good old boys until I said biryani, and that's when I lost them.
I think you'd be really into Yellowstone. Just I'm
gonna watch Yellowstone, guys.
Just give it a watch. Become a Yellowstone. Just do an episode of Yellowstone, and then an episode of Drag Race. Just keep it level. Keep it equal.
Yeah. Okay.
It's award season. In case the two of you, do you guys watch? You don't watch award shows are just like red carpet shows for the two of you, aren't they? You don't watch them. You don't have any interest.
Not really, but like every once in a while, I'll get caught up in the like, ooh, what a fun clip on the internet. But like, other than that, I don't care.
Yeah. Well, Angela Bassett made history this past week.
I saw that.
As she won the Golden Globe for, I believe it was Best Supporting Actress. It was her second win and second nomination. She won Best Actress in 1993 for What's Love Got to Do with It, the Tina Turner biopic. But yeah, she won for Wakanda Forever. And now I'm even more upset that the one fucking scene that I decided to walk out and go use the restroom on was what she won it for. I haven't even seen the scene. I've seen the movie.
That's like the only scene worth watching.
Yeah, I mean, really, you didn't even see the movie.
Right.
Yeah,
it's almost like you walked out on Angela, like you were like, you know what? I don't even like her. Like, yeah, that's what we got out of this.
I guess.
Damn, y'all.
Yeah.
Gross, dude. Gross.
But she is now the only actor in all of the MCU to win a individual acting award. She's the only one.
That's because it was good, though. Like it makes sense.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, she's the only one. I don't even know. Like, we're never going to see someone win Best Actor for like a star. Like, I'm trying to even think. Like, Chris Pratt's not going to win Best Actor, right, for playing Star-Lord.
Sure.
They're never going to read Chris Pratt is Star-Lord in Guardians of the... That's never going to happen. It's just not. Silver Surfer for Best Actor? That would be weird. I hope the guy that plays MODOK wins Best Supporting Actor. That's what I hope. Because then everyone in the audience gets to see dumbass MODOK on the big screen looking silly. She also won a Critics' Choice Award last night for the same role, Best Supporting Actress. So I guess we'll see if she can carry the win all the way to the Oscars, which I know Jesse's going to be watching. Huge fan of the Oscars. He loves it. He can't.
Big fan. A night of glitz and glamour in Hollywood.
He's on the red carpet every year. You got to look for him.
Yeah, I'm in the background screaming at celebrities to sign my shit.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. Kevin Feige was out there talking about Ant-Man, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Sorry, I got to get the full name in there. And why it launches the MCU Phase 5. He says, quote, "We wanted to kick off Phase 5 with Ant-Man because he'd earned that position. To not simply be the backup or the comic relief, but to take his position at the front of the podium of the MCU." Does this put him front and center? Is this Ant-Man's? I guess we have to see the movie first, maybe, before we can say that. Yeah. Okay. You think he deserves this at this point, Jesse? Is he the old and wizened Ant-Man of the MCU that deserves the big movie?
Sure. I feel like if you get a trilogy, you deserve to have like one
big movie,
film, right? Because the previous two were kind of like contained micro adventures, and this one feels like the setup of something big. So like, yeah, if you get 3, you get something good. That should be how it is.
Makes sense. Bronze, any thoughts on the Ant-Man being the front and center of the MCU? Being the mainstay of the MCU, so to speak?
I think they're just trying to drum up hype to get people to come watch it.
Is this all marketing, Bronze? No, there's no way. It's not marketing.
They did that with Eternals and then didn't acknowledge it for an entire phase. Even if it's important down the line. Remember when they were like, the Eternals is going to be foundational to everything else that comes in the MCU. The Eternals is going to be the most important movie in this phase of the MCU.
They did
now,
say that.
even if down the line they make it important, the fact remains for one entire phase they didn't even acknowledge that it happened or that those characters exist. I think there's one reference to Kingo and Miss Marvel, and that's it. So I'm not saying the movie's not going to be good. I'm not saying Ant-Man's not important. I'm saying to me it just sounds like, oh yeah, this is the type of things you say before the movie comes out, so that.
But are they saying it? That's the question. Are they saying that this is the next, like, this is it? Or is that us because it's Kang? You know what I mean? Like, that's I keep wondering that. Is this like we're putting it on ourselves because we're like, oh, it's Kang.
Are we self-hyping because Kang exists?
Yeah, because that's important to like, oh my God, we're out of phase 4. Or is it them convincing us that, it's one of those things that I'm not quite sure of yet. I don't know.
Kind of true. I think it might be true.
Yeah.
A little bit, maybe. I think hype is always created by the fans, without a doubt. But
fans do be hyping.
Yeah, fans do be hyping.
It's true.
For sure. Still excited regardless of if Feige is doing the hyping or we're doing the hyping for that. I'll be there per usual day one. A little bit of news regarding Agatha, Coven of Chaos. Kathryn Hahn told TV Line over the weekend on Saturday at an event that they were talking about the spinoff. And she said, who knows, there may even be a little song here or there, but no one's saying anything about that. Certainly not me. Do we want more songs from Agatha?
I want one song. I want a theme song sung by Agatha.
Yeah.
As the theme song of the show, and I want to be done similar to
Agatha All Along.
No, to John Cena's show.
What?
I want
Peacemaker.
I want a full-on Peacemaker style intro where every character's forced to dance. That's what I want.
That'd be kind of cool.
Look, we know they can, and we throw in Aubrey Plaza, get a whole like goof and.
Oh, that's right. Aubrey Plaza in that show. I just got excited for it again.
Telling you, the cast of that show is so much fun. It's going to be goofs. I'm ready for it.
Yeah. It's true. I forgot about that. I just hope they don't
I think if it doesn't, I think if they don't take themselves too seriously, it'll be really good.
Yeah, that's the one show where like don't be too serious.
Weren't they doing like isn't don't know if he's in the show, but isn't like Sacha Baron Cohen the Mephisto?
We don't
Like-
even know if that's real or not, but yes, it is
I
rumored
don't know,
that Sacha Baron Cohen is going to be playing Mephisto.
I'm here for it.
It's all a giant rumor, though. There's been zero confirmation about any of that.
I'll make confirmation now. I'll just say it and hope it happens.
Okay. Jesse is self-confirming Sacha Baron Cohen as Mephisto.
Self-confirmed.
Yeah. I don't think it's
There
going
you
to
go.
happen.
Easy.
I don't think it's going to happen. And that's it for the news. Not much going on. People, Marvel's just laying low. Jesse's got some rumors and leaks, I think, though. Is that
not a
where you're
rumor or a
going?
leak, but I think very fun that something we've been talking about for a while. 3 days ago on Screen Rant, they published an article about VFX and the MCU.
Oh, that's right. I
And-
did see that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and basically, Marvel Studios pays 20% less than other studios for graphics and visual effects. And one of the things I thought was super interesting is they were saying that the reasoning behind it is kind of twofold, but basically, one of the interesting things is they were saying that the president of physical post-production, VFX, and animation at Marvel, her whole thing is like power plays is what they're accusing. Like, essentially, if you impress her, you get money. If she hates you, no money. And at the same time, all of these like indie VFX people, they want to be involved because if you do well in a Marvel project, that gets you more jobs. And so they're willing to do it
It's a good
cheaper.
resume thing, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's the same thing when you look at people that break into the gaming. This is a space we're all familiar with. The gaming space. They go look at a
I
company
don't play games.
and accept like way less than they deserve because they're like, oh my God, I get to work with X. And they're very, very excited to have that opportunity. Exact same thing here is pretty much what it is. But they also, again, definitely are like the person in charge is playing like Lord of the Manor and just you get it, you don't. I like you, I don't, which is very Hollywood, but also like
That is very Hollywood, yeah.
I would love it if the movies all looked good instead of just like whatever the hell the end of Black Widow was, or like the last scene is just insane.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did that and looked like, yeah, this is acceptable.
Yeah.
So
Well, this coming from a place of complete ignorance, is there a union for like VFX? Is that all unionized or no?
great question. I would imagine probably not.
Yeah, you don't think with all the unions that exist in like Hollywood and LA, like I would think that stuff would be union work, but I guess not.
It does say that there is a VFX union that exists.
Just depends how big they are.
But just to give you an example, this is in Vulture. This is from 3 days ago inside the VFX union brewing in Hollywood. So it appears like it is a thing in like happening
It's
rather
in its
than an
infancy.
established thing.
Yeah.
Which again goes back to like gaming. I think a lot of the visual effects, a lot of like digital stuff, because it's been a wild west for so long, there hasn't been a lot of unionization. And so
Right.
now we're starting to see it as it becomes bigger and bigger and more a part of stuff. Because again, it was specialized, right? There are only so many people who could make video games. There are only so many people who could make like visual effects. Like I made the Twister in the movie Twister. You know what I mean? Like there's only so many people that can do that.
Yeah.
And now, as there's more and more and more people are fighting to get what jobs there are. And so now it's kind of like, okay, we're all being undercut fighting to get these jobs. We should probably work together. And I think that's where we're at.
Well, I wonder what like Avatar, how much that has changed the industry, because that movie's like 99%, if not 100% VFX, right? Like
Sure.
VFX.
yeah, it that had to have had some impact on pay and standardized rates across the industry and whatnot. Because there's no way that the people that made that, I shouldn't say there's no way. The people that
I was
made
about
that
to
probably
say.
got screwed, to be honest. But
Yeah.
it hopefully changed some things, within the industry. I have no idea who or whom is responsible for the VFX of Avatar, but From everything that I've heard about it, it's supposed to be, the top of the line, the leading in field.
Oh, it's Weta.
Oh,
ILM
Weta
and
did all that.
Worked on it. Yeah.
Okay.
But they get top dollar. ILM and Weta.
Well, they have like
top
prestige
dollar no
around
matter
them as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like the best of the best. There's no way they would accept,
Are they still based
20% less?
New Zealand, Australia? They're from there, right?
I would imagine. I know that Weta was New Zealand, right?
I want to say for some reason I relate Weta and Lord of the Rings. That's like when I first heard.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, that's what everyone does.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Weta is New Zealand, according to my chat. That makes sense. So
Wellington, New Zealand. Owner Peter Jackson. Yep.
Oh, Peter Jackson. Oh, okay. Good for him.
Yep.
Get that Avatar money.
Founded 1993.
There you go. Yeah. 20% less than everyone else in the field. You start to wonder, I guess Disney's weighing in, cashing in on the idea that's like, oh yeah, we get this on your resume, right? So take the pay hit and get Disney on your resume and then never work for us again.
Yeah.
You would think that they would have something internal though at this point, right? Like, doesn't it make sense to have like an ongoing VFX house within someone as big as Disney rather than just living like contract or paying contractor to contractor?
Man, you would think that they would have a department to do that. But with that said, it's all specialized work, right? So there's some projects where you need a certain type of thing and some projects. So like a great example, this is like inside baseball, but like the old days of Maker Studios, when we like started this whole YouTube streaming things, back when Maker was a thing, they used to have an editor's room in-house, and it was, like 30 people in one very dark room.
Yeah.
And they would edit most of the content for like the major talent or things that were done in like in-house, right? And there were so many different people. No one was assigned to a specific thing. So that there was no like, this show has this style of editing. It was like, this show has 5 editors and every episode's a little different. And I think that's the problem of having an inside, like, we have all editing team here, or we have a graphics team or whatever, because
that's true.
Each project's a little different. Each project is a different, like the graphics, visual effects of Ragnarok are vastly different than the visual effects of, say, Iron Man 3. You know what I mean? Like there's different requirements. And so there's probably different teams, and you probably couldn't have all of them under one roof. And you probably save money by outsourcing, right? Which is, I think, what they're trying to do, except they're really trying to save money, which is insane to me because, again, they make so much money off of these films. The fact that they're not willing to put money back into it just goes to show you the nature of just like corporations in general. They're like, well, our stockholders need more money, so we're going to, these movies are going to, people are going to see them anyway. So why, who cares if it looks like graphics from 2010? Like, whatever.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about the most recent films. Like, I guess Black Panther 2 had some shots that looked a little bit less than incredible.
Some of the like flying bits.
Namor like flying around or jumping. Yeah. I remember like when he attacks Wakanda, I remember that was kind of rough at some parts, but it was passable, right? Like it wasn't wasn't awful, but it looked a little bit rough. Yeah.
Like, I mean, even in Spider-Man, there were some shots that was just like
in No Way Home.
Yeah. A lot of that movie was great, but there's also some shots that were just like, okay. Especially when it came to the villains. Like the Spider-Man, they've got probably a bajillion Spider-Man special effects things going on. But when it came to the villains, like some of the villain moments, you were like, all right.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, that entire like ending sequence, there was some rougher looking things within that sequence. There's also some
really cool, it's like crazy. You can tell where they put their time. Like the shot where it's the 3 Spider-Men like swinging off each other. That they clearly spent a ton of money on.
A lot of money.
And then it's one of those things where it's like, oh, okay. Sure. I don't know. It's a problem that they have that they need to address, because if you're going to start sending us to outer space and have us do outer spacey things, it better look decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Did you happen to read that full like expose that came out regarding the 20% less, and if there was like a silver lining at the end of it, or if they were?
I can go to it right now.
Yeah, like what was the uplifting end of that story, or was there none? Just like, yeah, sucks.
As more information on Marvel's poor treatment of VFX artists becomes public knowledge, the more it needs to become priority for them to fix it.
True.
The MCU movies and shows rely heavily on VFX houses, so they need to find the right way to treat the dozens of teams who help make the projects. This could mean slowing down MCU Phase 5 to make sure artists are not working overtime to get the job done, but if the end result is better working conditions for VFX artists and better looking CGI in the MCU, it is a win for everyone that can keep Phase 5 from repeating some Phase 4 mistakes. Or, I'm sorry, issues. That's literally it. That's how it ends.
So
it's just really like, hopefully they don't screw this up. Yeah, there's no positive spin on that one. They're just look, Phase 4 sucked, and these guys need to step it up. Also pay people more. That's it.
It's true. It's true.
I was waiting for the positive spin out.
There's no positive spin.
Yeah, I figured I would read it because I was like, F it, I'll just read the last paragraph because I was like, I wonder what they're going to say. But no, literally the headings for this are Marvel Studios reportedly pays VFX artists 20% less than other studios. Scroll down and it's why Marvel pays less despite being so successful. Then scroll down, Marvel must fix MCU's VFX problems in Phase 5. Those are like those are the headers. It's like there is no happy ending yet, I guess.
And obviously, this isn't to defend Disney, but this is something I have also seen in our industry a little bit.
In the gaming industry or tabletop?
Yeah, like content creation in general, where some of the biggest platforms, not necessarily the biggest companies, but some of the biggest platforms pay the shittiest because they're like, well, you need us, you know, like I've sometimes found that like other people pay more fairly because it's like, oh yeah, you would benefit from being on here, you know. I was shocked to find out like a lot of big podcasts like don't pay their guests, but then a lot of smaller podcasts will 100% pay their guests, and it's because of that. It's because they know like, oh yeah, we're basically paying you exposure. This is a feather in the cap. You can then say that you were on this thing. You can use it to your advantage, and
I think that's true for some big podcasts. Like if you go on the Joe Rogan podcast, you're immediately thrust in front of, you know, millions upon millions upon millions. And I don't know if Joe pays podcast guests to be on there, but
it's in vitamin supplements though. And that's
he probably gives them some vitamin supplements,
regardless of
some weed. Yeah,
whether I'm not sure if he does or doesn't, but I think he should, because ultimately there wouldn't be a podcast if there weren't guests, right?
Sure.
And he makes millions off the podcast, so paying guests,
literal
even
hundreds of millions,
even like with huge streamers, where like you'll notice smaller streamers will be like on their show collaborating with them, and their channel stays small. But then like the other, like the bigger streamer like grows a lot more because that person's really funny when they're on their channel or whatever.
Right.
In general, I think like there is an equal, there is some exchange there. And so, yeah, I think like there's not a podcast if there's not a bunch of guests coming in. So
yeah,
I mean,
it would be more.
You're very right that these companies working with Marvel, that's a good resume builder, right? It's nice to have there. But it's the same thing like, boy, I think it was last week. We have an official report finally because of California and Washington laws. We can see what video game companies pay people.
Yeah.
And Warner Brothers and Activision Blizzard were the bottom. They were the least. They pay the least. But again, it's a huge resume builder to say I worked at Activision Blizzard and or I worked at Warner Brothers.
It wasn't Riot at the top.
Get away with it.
Like Riot's just as prestigious as both of them, I would think, on a
absolutely
a resume.
But when you think of like Riot is when you think Riot, you think League of Legends. Oh, I worked at Riot. Oh, you worked on League, right?
It's pretty one
Activision
game.
Blizzard, Warner Brothers, like those are kind of like bigger scope things.
Yeah.
And so like I get it, but also I think it's wrong they paid less, right?
And what's something I wanted to bring up is that even though they're resume builders, now we're in an environment where taking advantage of tax loopholes. I was actually reading this really interesting thread about it. If a project gets canceled in before it goes to release, which happened with Batgirl, it's happened actually with quite a few shows now where they kill them.
Yeah.
I was reading this thread from someone that's like, how much that sucks because now you've worked for a year or 2 years on something that you cannot put on your resume, and you were underpaid for it because you did it because you wanted to put it on your resume. And I can't imagine what that's like for VFX artists, like to work on something like Batgirl for 2 years or a year and then have it be canceled and you have nothing to show for it and you were overpaid and you dealt with crunch.
Can I say, for the record, I've been there. This is absolutely true. When I was in, I think it was either right after college or when I was a younger Jesse and I lived in New York, I had a like voice agent and I did like voice acting for commercial work, but I really want to do video games. That was like my dream. I'm not a great actor, but it was like my dream to do voiceover work. And so I got cast in a game called This Is Vegas, which is going to be the Vegas version of Grand Theft Auto that was made by Midway Games, if you remember this shit. Midway of like Mortal Kombat fame back in the day. And I flew out to Washington and I recorded like 3 days, 8-hour day voiceover for like the main character of the game. This is not a joke. Like just did all this work. And then Midway went under, game never released. Gone. Just all that work gone. And like it's one of those things where I was like, this is it. This is like I can say I was the lead character in like a game. This is amazing. Gone. Midway went under, game disappeared. Have heard nothing since. I'm sure you can Google it. It's out there somewhere, I'm sure. But like, yeah, that was it. Crazy. Yeah. Crazy. It happens so frequently you have no clue. There's so many projects. You will even like it's literally the plot line of the producers.
Right.
Just like a trash project that you're like, but if it fails, we make our money back. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it sucks when you take less pay doing something so you can then point to it later and be like, oh, but this is an example of my work. And then you find out.
Right.
What I want to know is how much did you charge them, Jesse, to make the whole company go under?
I know. I can't believe you killed Midway, Jesse.
I work scale. This was like
we could have had Blitz 2023, Jesse, and you took it away from us.
That was a rough year. That was the year I think I quit voice acting. I was one of two. Look, I auditioned for Mass Effect 3. I was one of two people that was left, and they were like, "We want you to sound like the new Captain Kirk," because at the time the new Star Trek movie was out, and they were like, "We want this character to be like the new Captain Kirk." Like the oh my god, what is his name?
The guy from Heroes? No, that was Spock.
No, that's Spock. The other guy.
You're not talking about Chris Pine. Oh, that's what I said.
Like they want you to be like Chris Pine. So I spent like 20 hours studying Chris Pine. I was gonna be the most Chris Pine son of a bitch. I went to the audition. They were like, amazing, Jesse. You know who they cast? Freddie Prinze Jr. And then they modeled the character after him. And I was like, I was never gonna get that role. They just like, yeah, that made me. It broke my soul. It broke me down, dude. Broke me down. Freddie Prinze. I mean, like he probably deserved it more than me. But I'm just saying, like, yeah.
Freddie Prinze gets what he wants, Jesse. He gets Mass Effect 3.
Dude, you know what? I can't hate him. Man's a Jedi.
Wait, what?
Freddie Prinze Jr. is a Jedi, dude.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, who?
One of the best to TBH.
What? He was in Rebels?
Rebels.
Oh, yeah. I never partook in the Clone Wars or the Rebels. But
to be honest, Rebels is fair. It's like it's kind of middling in some points, but when it like kicks it up, that shit's fire.
I started that one with Ezra. Yeah, we started that one with Ezra, and we like that one so far.
Is that Rebels?
Yeah, that's Rebels.
Okay.
Is that Rebels?
Like,
okay.
It only gets better. Like season 1 is kind of like still kind of for kids, and then by the end of season 3, you're like, this show is amazing.
Yeah. Well, anyways, that's the VFX stuff.
Sorry, my cat was
I don't know
trying
how
to
we
eat
got where we
dice.
got to, but hey,
Yeah,
we're here.
we're here. Jesse,
Yes, sir.
we finished Agent Carter season 2.
We
Jesse,
did. We did indeed.
you need to be found accountable
Oh,
for
And
things.
look, admittedly, I think
There was a flying
season.
car. No, someone hold this man accountable.
what's wrong with flying car?
Gomez. There's a flying car.
What's
Just
wrong
like
with that?
fucking Agents
Hold
of
up,
Shield. We had an
It was a different
agreement.
time.
What was our one
It was a different
agreement?
time.
What was our one agreement, Jesse? We said at least it doesn't have a fucking flying car.
I didn't say
season
that.
one.
I said the flying
Admittedly,
car
that
is
was
pretty
season
cool.
1. That was season 1. Season 2 has an LA arc, and when you're in LA, the rules are out the window. Okay, just fact.
The sets were better in season 2, though.
We definitely got more money for sure, but also it was kind of like, I don't know. I'm not it's fun, but I'm not a big fan of overall season 2. Like,
It becomes
splitting
very
people
much like, if I think season 1 had like glimpses and moments of like, oh, this is an ABC show. Season 2 is like just smothered with, oh, this is an ABC show.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly
Yeah.
like season 1 has a vibe of like, oh, this is fun, and we're getting like a background of a Marvel story, and we're getting sort of like the fun what happened to Agent Carter afterwards. But yeah, season 2 is like, all right, we are in full ABC. How long can we stretch this show mode?
Well,
And
yeah.
It sucks because it's the same thing that anyone who's a fan of, like, say Lost, big Lost fan, very obvious. Season 1 is flawless. Season 1 is an amazing show. Season 2 hits, and you can immediately tell they were like, how long can you make this thing stretch out
Let's make
for?
the hatch last the entire season. Locke is going to stand in front of it.
And suddenly more people were on the island. Like, oh yeah, it's very clear that they were just like, how long can we milk this? And I think that same thing happened here with this show, where it's like season 1 is a really well contained story about like Stark tech and what happens if it gets out, and she's got to do her thing while at the same time trying to get the men who are working with her to like appreciate her for who she is, and still trying to rein in Stark. And there's
it had like the subplots.
Jarvis.
Yeah,
it's very simple and contained and fun. This season clearly is like the start of something bigger. Let's get real. Where it's like we're gonna be all over the country. It's you're right. It very much feels like ABC.
Yeah.
Which is a Disney property, so
they were definitely like building towards something. For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, even the like stinger at the end of the season was like, oh, why did they shoot the guy from One Tree Hill? Like, what are we doing here? And then, oh, the show got canceled.
Right.
And then, we never got to see
it felt like a bad X-Files, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Because you know how in X-Files it's like, oh, there's another group and they're really in charge of everything, and
right.
And just because Mulder and Scully are in what are they in?
FBI.
Oh God, I don't know. FBI, yeah. It doesn't mean anything because like there is an entity more powerful than them, and they're gonna. And it seemed like they were going for that, but it was bad, if I'm being honest. And they had the dad from That 70s Show in there, and it was. I feel like this season should have been like 4 mysteries or 4 cases, and instead it was one really long one with the same recycled characters. And I almost feel like this show has the opposite problem of Marvel movies. I oftentimes say like Marvel movies will kill off really interesting characters prematurely. I actually feel like this show lets them like Dottie Underwood gets away again. Dottie Underwood. I was like, I feel like Dottie's gonna. Yeah, it's like at some point, please resolve this fucking arc. Like,
I thought Dottie was like one of the more interesting characters in the show. To be honest, I didn't.
It's like everybody has to make a reappearance and everybody has to linger, even if there's not really a place in the plot for them.
Sure, yeah, I get that.
They
that's
even
very
had a
much
way
like
for her roommate to make a cameo in the singing scene. Where
the singing
I was like,
scene was a little random. I felt like that was their they're like, we want to do this from the get-go scene, and then they finally let them do it because the show was canceled.
Yeah. No, it definitely felt like, I was like, if to me, it was like, it was like their way of like including people from season 1 that had no reason to be there for season 2. And they were like, let's include the set and the actors, but it's a little weird. The other thing I didn't like is a major part of season 2 is like this love triangle. I don't know
Which
about
I hated.
y'all.
I didn't like that.
I was
Hated
not
it.
buying
Hate
it.
it.
She has
Yeah.
no chemistry with Wilkes. And
No.
none of us for a second thought she was gonna pick Wilkes over Sousa.
Well,
it
it's
was
like
so forced.
Yeah.
No.
He's creepy.
Yeah.
He's fucking creepy. He's not a night like the way he like sort of forces like he's like, oh, let me give you my number if you need information. Can I get your number? And she's like, no. And he's like, we should go out sometime. And she's like, I don't involve myself with people's of interest. And he's like, I have information for you. And lures her to a date under the guise of information. And I'm supposed to be like, I really hope Agent Carter fucks this guy. No, he's fucking weird and oddly insistent. She said no to you 3 times, fam. Like at some point, be fucking normal about it.
It was the 40s,
you know?
baby. Never accept no for an answer. 1940s America.
Well, yes, I thought I agree with
They also
that.
have like no chemistry.
Absolutely
No,
none.
none.
It was
None.
absolutely bizarre.
Yeah.
They like
Zero.
yeah.
Negative.
Any time, and I think that kind of is true for Agent Carter and like almost any character in the show. There was no like romantic chemistry at all, apart from the moments where they like linger with her relationship with Cap in season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just. I think that just comes down to weird
Even
writing.
the thing with Sousa feels one-sided. And maybe that's an acting issue. Because Sousa feels like he is into her.
Yes.
He gives off that energy big time, but she never gives off the energy that it's both ways. Like
No.
she's never given that off.
Not at all. Yeah.
And then when
it's
you
very weird.
compare that to like Jarvis and his wife, it's like, oh, that's what chemistry looks like.
I thought
You guys just don't have it.
in the grand scheme of things, I feel like the actor that who played Jarvis was like probably the best one in the show. Like he was very
Yes.
Anytime he was on screen, it's like, oh, this guy's got charisma. I like him. He's good. He's got like a shtick.
Howard. I love Howard Stark. I love
Dude,
that actor.
I do like Howard too.
In the
So
final
much fun.
episode, they really make you when they're like trying to reel Sousa in with the line. That whole sequence was real CWE. But there's like 5 of them pulling on the thing to make sure Sousa doesn't get sucked into the black hole. And then he's like behind Peggy and he's like, I promise I'm not going to have any dirty thoughts about this. Oh, just kidding. And it's like, God damn it, Howard, you're such a piece of shit.
I love Howard Stark.
I
But
hate
speaking
him
of black
so, I don't
holes,
like him.
this is why I don't like season 2. The plot device of season 2, the zero matter, is stupid.
It's
absolutely
very
hate it.
It's
I hate
very
that, like,
stupid.
when you absorb it, you get one cool looking scar. You know what I mean? Like everything about it sucks.
That's very
Like, it is-
Agents of Shieldy.
The way it
the
looks
worst part-
visually,
Yeah,
it's a very
the worst
stupid
part is
plot
it's like
line.
an alternate dimension or whatever. Like there's also the light power. It's so
You know what that's
so
called, by the way,
CW.
right?
What now?
So the
the
zero
Dark
matter,
Force.
zero
the Dark
matter
Force.
in Agents. So that was one of the like lines that connects to Agents of Shield. The Dark Force
Well,
wasn't
it
Agents
feels
of
like
Shield.
it because like Agents of Shield,
Yeah,
it was garbage. Dude, I was
Uh.
not a fan
It
of
was
it at all.
I liked when the scope of the show was a little more what I expect SSR
Yes.
to do. Like I don't expect them to be like go off the like I love the way the season started where it's like there's a woman in a lake encased in a solid cube of ice. I was like, oh
yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I love this. This is giving me some LA Noir vibes. That's one of my favorite games. I'm into it. There's a serial killer. Is the serial killer supernatural in some way or got some crazy tech? I'm very curious. And then it was like, that had nothing to do with anything. And I'm like,
nothing.
The Dark
Oh.
Force gave the powers, and then that's it. Yeah,
It is.
like, okay, cool. Thank you.
It really does. Like, there's so much potential for what the show could have been that it does. Like you mentioned, the X-Files. Like the X-Files had this creature of the week, but every so often we get like an overarching story, and that was great. It reminds me, this is a show that I absolutely cannot stand, but I'll still watch it. And it's entirely because of one actor, but The Blacklist. That show's like
show's
whatever.
great.
Most of the characters I absolutely hate, but
No, the show's great.
But you give me my man,
Yeah.
I'm absolutely here for it.
He steals the show.
And here's the thing, is that it's that same vibe where you have one actor who can like really, each episode is like a little contained adventure. And by the end, the bad guy's dead at the end of every episode. Like that villain, dead. But the overarching theme is this guy is killing off his competitors. Right? That's the theme. And so it's like, oh, what's this going to lead to? And that's kind of fun. And I think that's a thing here where it's like season 1 was Stark Tech, but like, what is this really about? And you could go off of that. Like if each episode was its own thing, but culminated in something like, oh, this sort of feels like.
Oh, so you mean like
really
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Jesse? You should watch the show. It, really.
Dude, except I can't do ABC CW shows. They're just like,
Yeah,
I
at
have
some
friends who
point-
will tell me like, bro, you got to watch Flash or Green Arrow. And I will try to, and I cannot. They
have a
just
certain
not for me.
quality to them. Yeah, that it's
Sure.
hard to break out of. I got that a few times with this show, like you were saying, where it was like, oh, we've crossed over into that realm, because like I feel like they were like, we have a budget now, and they overextended what should have been the reach of the show.
Yeah.
It's
Like that
the
was
show
the vibe I got.
Yeah, the show, just like the MCU, when you think about it, post World War II, there's not an awful lot of like crazy shit happening on Earth in the MCU canon. So to confine things to Hydra, Stark, that kind of world makes a whole lot more sense than we're going to talk about other dimension dark energies and like the way it can, like that's too much, right? As you move forward into when like Tony Stark is a figure and we start learning about all this other stuff, then sure, absolutely go nuts. We're already in that world. But there's a good 50-year period where nothing technically happens that is of value in the MCU world, and they're just trying to fill it. And as a fan of Star Wars, stop that shit. They tried to do it with Star Wars, and I'm begging you, MCU, don't do that anymore with this stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, let it be. It's fine. It's fine that the world just like went on its way. It's chill. It's okay.
That is true. I want to read. So I was very curious. The reason that I agreed to watch this is to understand the connections between Agent Carter season 2 and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season like 4-ish, 5-ish. I think is the connections there. Dark Force is definitely there. That they have, they've got some stuff in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for that. The Hydra infiltration, obviously, definitely there. Although they didn't really, did Hydra even get a mention in season 2?
No, it's not Hydra. It's Leviathan, I think is what they're called. Whatever they are.
Yeah, Leviathan.
Yeah, that's probably right.
It's this other like we're Hydra, but like legally not Hydra. Like okay.
Yeah. Then the other thing is Agent Sousa shows up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the final season.
As an older, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Not as an older person.
What? This is why I can't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You mean that this dude just rolls up like, it's me from 1946?
Does he get frozen in time?
Here's...
Dude, stop.
I gotta find where... There was a thing I wanted to read to you, and now I've fucking lost it. God damn it. So, in the final season of Agents S.H.I.E.L.D., they go back in time.
Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. That's why it's the final season.
The S.H.I.E.L.D. arrives. Okay, here it is. S.H.I.E.L.D. arrives in Groom Lake, Nevada in 1955, just outside of Area 51. But it's okay because Area 51 is a S.H.I.E.L.D. base naturally. Now stay with me here. The team, I'm not going to explain who any of these things are. The team assumes that the Chronicoms are there to get their hands on Project Helios, a failed attempt at an ion fusion reactor in order to destroy S.H.I.E.L.'s ship and continue their mission to take over the world. So, Agent Coulson takes the identity of the Department of Defense, of a Department of Defense agent, and Simmons pretends to be none other than Margaret Peggy Carter to sneak onto the base. They want to find out who the Chromicons have impersonated to stop them, leading to a brilliant interrogation scene involving the use of the word moist and a debate over John Wayne. All is going well until it turns out that one of the VIPs arriving on the Project Helios test base that afternoon is none other than Daniel Sousa. He seems to be surprised to learn that Carter is at the base and clearly makes sure that he looks nice for her. The last we saw of Sousa, he looks set to begin a long overdue relationship with Carter at the end of Agent Carter Season 2. So there you go.
I need you to know I had to Google Chronicon.
No, you didn't need to.
Just
what did you learn? What did you learn about the Chronicons?
The Chronicoms are an extremely advanced and ancient race of synthetic, semi-robotic beings that operate in the galaxy as observers. There are different types of Chronicoms designed for different jobs and purposes. They are from Chronica 2, which was destroyed, and they're hiding on Earth. And apparently, this is a quote from Enoch.
Enoch is incredible. What a great character.
Enoch and Noah were apparently Chronicoms. Anyway, here we go. I was sent here 30,000 years ago to observe and record the evolution of your species. What you would call an anthropologist. My Earth name is Enoch. I am a sentient chronicom from a planet which revolves around a star in the constellation you know as Cygnus. That's why I can't watch this shit. That's why I can't do it, dude.
I want to play a game with you, both you and Bronze. What do you guys think Enoch looks like?
I know what he looks like because I can see a picture of him right here.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's, Bronze, describe what you believe Enoch to look like.
A Modron.
What the fuck is a Modron?
What? Did you just
Chat,
make
do
up
you know
a
what a
word?
Modron is?
Are you talking about from Forgotten Realms?
Yeah.
No, it's not a Modron. Keep in mind he had to be played by a human.
Oh, I love Modrons. They're very cute.
But that's what that's what I thought it looked like, was a Modron.
This
based
is
off
Enoch.
of the. Okay, I'm very disappointed.
And he talks very much like he looks, right? Like he's very.
What's crazy
precise.
Is that they
But it's
straight up
part
just
robotic, so he should look like a Modron.
No,
well,
because
they have
can
images
infiltrate
of them
people.
as robots.
There are
skin.
robot images, yeah.
And it's pretty standard. It looks like I Am Robot, that movie. But here's the thing. The other ones, I love the fact that they literally just went through the Bible and were like, okay, Enoch is one, Noah is one, Malachi is one, Baal is one, Isaiah is one, Luke is, Cain and Abel are there, Sybil is another one. They literally were just like, yeah, the Bible's robots, bro.
Well, they were written about...
Plot twist, checkmate, Christians.
Yeah.
It's all robots.
That's exactly right.
There you go.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. You can't say checkmate, Christians, on the podcast.
All robots.
What? Why can't?
Gotcha. I love that. I love it. It's like religion, robots, bro. Robots.
Yeah.
I can't believe they got away with that on ABC.
And you thought they were gods, but they were just dudes.
They weren't just dudes. They were robots. Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't even dudes.
They were just anthropologists, and you put them in your Bible. LOL.
Yeah, that's so funny to me. That's where they went with that. But now I'm obsessed with Modrons because these guys look amazing.
Yeah, a Modron.
They're your shit, Jesse. Modrons are your shit.
How have I never heard of these before? I love them.
No, they're your shit. I'm telling you. You're gonna use them the next time you.
Well, sadly, I can't.
Talk about D&D. We've already talked about. We've already talked about how.
Sadly, I don't think we can.
Uncertain, and I'm depressed, and I can't sleep, and I have anxiety. So we're not gonna talk about it anymore.
Okay.
You know.
What?
Where was that sentence going?
I don't even know what.
You have anxiety, and I said no. You.
Oh, okay. I see.
No.
I thought you were. I
You
thought
don't
that
know.
was like a sentence that just like you stopped. You just stopped trying.
No.
You sound like my
Are you
mom,
implying-
because my mom will just be like, "Don't have anxiety. You're so pretty, haha."
Yeah, just don't have
I'm like,
anxiety.
okay.
That's mom should be a therapist.
Yeah,
She could be a
don't have
self-help
anxiety.
guru. Yeah.
Just walk it off, as my
Just
dad
don't
would
have
say.
anxiety.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
are you doing?
Yeah.
Stop having anxiety, stupid.
Stupid, yeah. Jeez. Anyways,
Tell
Agent.
your brain to think about something else, haha.
There you go. Agent
The
Carter
ha-ha
season 2
sells
was-
it.
It was
Uh-huh.
it was fine.
We-
It wasn't.
None of us like.
I
Season 1 was really good.
I didn't dislike
Yes,
it.
Agreed.
It was just okay. I'm glad to have watched
Yeah.
it
Let the
finally
record
after all
show.
these years.
Let the record show. When we were talking about
I don't
season 2,
wanna
I was
say
like, I mean, we can. We don't have to.
Sure.
All I'm saying, it's not great.
Yeah. I don't know if I would say, yeah, I guess I'm in the same boat. I don't know if I would say I dislike it. Okay, wait. Half of it I was on board for. And I want to say about episode 5 or 6, I was like, guys, we've been talking about dark matter for literally 5 hours. Please,
Well,
for the love of
yeah.
God,
I've-
please do
I don't-
something else. Please.
I didn't like Wilkes as a character. I thought Wilkes' entire existence was pointless. He was like a weird
Yeah, me
foil
too.
to whatever her name was. The villain who I'm just blanking on.
Also, he's like very obviously a piece of shit in some places, and it's like no one's willing to acknowledge that. Like
Yeah.
it's several
it was
different
the
points
40s,
he does
baby.
stuff that's, like,
Everyone was shit in the 1940s.
True.
he's
The
just
height of
like,
America.
kill Dottie Underwood. It's so fucking easy. Just fucking do it. And like, there's so and like Carter's like, it's the dark matter corrupting him. He's like, bitch, no, it's not. He
One
literally
dude
said that.
exploded with dark matter.
just like,
Exploded.
Girl, no, it's not. This is me.
Here's the other thing. I didn't like Wilkes, and maybe I have some preconceived feelings towards Lucas from One Tree Hill. I don't remember his fucking name in the actual show. But God, towards the end of the season when he's like a double agent, but then like a double agent, and then like a triple agent, and then he's drunk in Europe, and then he comes back and he's a double triple agent. I'm just like, fuck you. I hate you as a character. You suck. Get out of here. Go
Yeah.
play basketball. You look stupid.
Like
I think
Every scene you're
I
trying to
think
look
his whole
cool
thing-
and you're not.
I think his whole thing is supposed to be like he's good looking
Yes.
and
He's the cool guy.
a dickhead. But what gets me is like the reason I haven't seen One Tree Hill, but the reason I'm in the JP boat on this one, let
You
me
don't
know
need to
if
watch
I'm
One Tree
off
Hill, by
base.
the way.
Let me know if I'm crazy. Is he the only character in the show whose suit doesn't fit him?
Yes,
it
it,
looks
never
like
fits.
he's wearing his dad's suit.
Yeah, it always
Like
looks
his
super big.
pants are so big. Like it does it.
Well,
He's the only character in the show where it's like he's wearing someone else. His hat looks too big for his head. His jacket looks too big for his body. His pants look like they're pinned in the back, like they don't fit him.
It's weird
Like-
too because he's like physically pretty fit. Like he's
I
not a
think that's
super
why they
lanky
couldn't-
dude.
Like I just don't know, but like I noticed it in season 1. I noticed it even more in season 2. He looks like a little boy that is wearing their dad's clothes. So when he tries to be intimidating, it just doesn't work because it looks like he's wearing his
Yeah.
dad's suit.
I just felt at any moment, because the suit looked so off-putting, that he was just going to rip off the suit and have his basketball jersey on and start playing the theme song from One Tree Hill
I need you.
and just slam dunk a basketball for no reason.
The way that I can best describe for people who haven't seen this character, the best way I can describe this is in the episode of She-Hulk, where She-Hulk walks around the office in a CGI suit that looks like unreal. Like there's no way a suit would ever look like this. It is that, but in real life. It is like this dude. It is so goofy. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I can't justify season 2. It's like whatever.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
Did you
2
find him?
seasons of ill-fitting suits. I'm just like, how did nobody see it?
Was it a character choice? Maybe. Was it? Maybe they're
Might have
like
been.
it's the
And
style.
just not
at the
have
time.
tailoring?
I do not know. I don't. It could be like that's what we like about him.
No, it's it's like the wide shots, and it's when he wears the hat too. The hats always look too big for his head.
Here's one. Oh, this is a GIF. I don't want to show that. We'll get claimed.
What's his name in the show?
But just example,
Chad Michael Murray. I don't know his fucking name. His character sucks.
Like if you just look at the guys behind him,
oh sorry,
he just has like it's a wider. Like the dudes behind him, even their shoulder pads are like they fit. This one, his like out beyond his shoulder. Like he just looks.
You know what it is? Here's what it is, Jesse and Bronze. I think his suits fit, but he has a fucking small head, so it doesn't look like they fit at all. I think it's his.
Is that what it is? Does he have small head syndrome?
I think it's his head.
Or he has a very long neck.
Well,
I have a really egregious example. Granted, this is a trench coat, but still, trench coats should still be fitted. I'm gonna pop it in Discord DM. This is this is a pretty egregious example, but and like I said, it's a trench coat, but it should still be somewhat fitted. This is what I mean when I say he looks like he's wearing his dad's clothes, like.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Well, the other thing too is he.
What? Tell me that fits him. That doesn't fit him.
I think it's supposed to be the style because you can see. I don't know if JP. So yeah, you can see the buttons are all the way on the side. So this is a pool completely closed. So I feel like this is like a full wrap thing, and it's probably the style at the time. Which is a weird thing to say, but also
looks bad.
Also, I'm going to say this. I don't like him as Howard Stark. He looks like his little brother here. Like they don't look like he doesn't look like a famous billionaire inventor, and he doesn't look like a agent of a prestigious government
but that
organization.
Is due to a lot of factors that is not the two of them. Again, we're watching the full-on ABC-fication of this show. Like the lighting, the way it looks, it's like really bright for some reason all of a sudden. Like everyone's just like, happy to be back. Can't wait for another year of fun adventures. And you're like, oh my God.
Oh my God, you're right, Jesse. He has a small head. We've just been mean to him for no reason.
I said that, not Jesse.
I don't want to be accused of being the small head dude.
No, because look,
put that on
I
JP.
posted another one. Because his shoulders are actually just very wide. Looking at the picture, so like what happens is, but still that can be fixed with styling. Well, when they put him in the look how wide his shoulders are. When you put a jacket over that, it's gonna look like he's wearing someone else's jacket.
I think this looks
so
fine.
Damn handsome.
I think this looks
got broad shoulders.
No, that's what I mean. Like
he's
on a
so
wide.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Chad Michael Murray is attractive. It turns out.
When he takes the jacket off, he looks fine. What I'm saying is like he is very, very broad shouldered. You put a jacket on over that with his like little head and neck, and he just looks like he's floating. But when you take the jacket off, it's just like, oh no, he's just a broad shouldered guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people maybe just don't look good in suits. Like some wrestlers, I love wrestlers. Some wrestlers look great in suits. Other wrestlers are just like.
See, here's what we need. We need the show needs more of this right here. Now, this is the reason why you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right here. Gemma and Fitzsimmons.
That's as creepy as when people are like, the reason to watch Star Trek Voyager is
no, I said Gemma and Fitzsimmons, their relationship. It's not just her. Okay. I can't pull up a photo of both of them.
Yeah, okay.
I'll pull up a photo of both of them so you feel better.
All right. Yeah, no, of course. On. Yeah.
Gemma. They have the best relationship in the show.
Voyager didn't get good until 7 of 9 showed up. And then it became an excellent show.
Well, when you say it like that sounds weird. Here we go. This is, I would say, I'm trying to think of what would be better. This might be the best relationship in Marvel, in MCU.
I'm going to say no, just based off this one image. Based off this one image, I think
it might be.
If your idea of best relationship is like We spend our summers in the Hamptons and
That's
go.
that's not them at
parasailing."
all. That's not the Jesse.
Look, that's what this photo looks like.
No,
This photo
this
looks
is
like they just married the
Jesse.
Kennedys.
This is also Agent Coulson looks so fucking creepy.
That's Coulson in the background.
That's Coulson. Yeah, he was the official.
Shut up.
Also, by the way,
he does look very creepy. He looks like he's there like, now's my time.
by the way, I'm pretty sure
that's
this
because that man is a ghost.
No, at
and
this
dead.
point of the show, I think this is a robot with with Coulson's mind implanted in it.
Honest to God, you can't keep selling us on this show and then say shit like that.
Yeah,
I want to
can't be
say
like,
that's what's
It's
happening.
a good
at
show.
this
You're gonna
You're
like it. This is
working
the
against
best.
yourself.
This
Yeah.
is the best relationship in Marvel. This scene where a robot with
It's
the
great.
brain of Phil Coulson marries them. It's
But no, it is.
amazing.
It is Phil Coulson. It is Phil
It's
Coulson.
amazing.
It's a robot
This
of Phil
robot
Coulson,
Coulson
though.
Help them fall in love. And then they flew away on their flying car to the Nor dimension, okay? It's amazing.
The
It's the
flying
best
car is
Marvel
only
has
in
to
like the
offer.
first episode and the last episode of the show. I don't think it's in any other episode. They even make a joke of it halfway through the show, if I recall correctly.
You gotta. This is like one of those weird creepypastas of the guy who always shows up in stock art. Like there's like a stock art horror creepypasta where like you keep clicking through the like all the stock art, and there's just a guy who's always in the background like this is a creepy like he just keeps getting close. Every shot he gets closer and closer and closer to the screen. And if you keep going, you die.
Oh
like
my
that's what this is. This
God.
is like him. Like
If you keep going, I'm gonna die.
Anyways,
You just can't
Robot
keep selling
Coulson
us
is
on this
really
show.
good.
Robot
good.
Coulson is really good.
Robo
This
Coulson
man-
is
a robot
great.
with the brain of Phil Coulson.
He
married-
goes-
Chat, I got out of bed for this.
He
Chat,
goes
I
to
got out of
Tahiti
bed for this.
multiple times. Tahiti's a magical place, as they say in the show over and over. Yeah. Oh, and I think the reason they get married is because right after this, I think a lot of them go and die, if I recall correctly. Like it's one of those weddings. It's the wedding like, guys, we're all going to die. What do you want to do? You want to get married? Okay.
It's the wedding where they foreshadow.
Yes.
Guys, it's that wedding in the season where they foreshadow
Yeah,
what's going to happen. It's that wedding.
it's true. That's true. Also, there's an entire arc in the show. I think maybe 2 seasons before this where Robbie Reyes is there and the Darkhold is in the show. It's pretty good. It's pretty enjoyable. Quake is there. Melinda
You're not
May
selling us on this.
is
It's
fighting.
not happening.
There's also later in the show, there's a pocket dimension where they have the base underneath the lighthouse.
Ooh, the Nor dimension?
No, it's not the Nor dimension. It's just a pocket dimension. And it's a bunker that they created when the world ends because it's the only bunker that it's the only place that survives. Because Earth, I don't know if you knew this, but Quake literally splits Earth in 2 in this show.
All right, so you continue to not sell us on this, and in fact, make me want to watch it less.
And then when
Everything
they're
you say makes me embarrassed that you spent your time watching.
and then when the Earth is split in 2, they're on a prison in space with a bunch of aliens, and that's where the Kree show up. And then there's a whole thing with like the Kree, and some more characters die, and they think like Fitz is lost, but then Fitz actually travels through time. And it's revealed that like this was his plan all along. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
This show sounds so funny.
It sounds so stupid.
It's so stupid. I'm just like, how did it get made for so long?
ABC, baby.
Well, they tried to
They have
cancel
no
it, I think, for like
standard.
3 seasons in a row, but then it went all the way to
It was me and
season 7.
Jesse. Just so you know, JP, it was me and Jesse. We were the 2 trying to cancel it. You know how many meetings we sat through at ABC saying, please take this shit off the air. Please.
Can I tell you this is absolutely true. Google this, look it up. Do you want to know why Agent Carter was canceled? This is now you may say maybe season 2 sucked or maybe there was something. This is
Jesse,
why Agent
before
Carter
you do that, here's what Quake does to Earth, by the way, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
So everyone's dead.
No, they're well, yes, on Earth, but the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. get away onto a prison planet. And also, there's a lighthouse over here.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they thought it was smart to destroy the Earth.
No. She couldn't remember why she destroyed the Earth because they were in a time, they time traveled forward in time when the Earth was already exploded. And they didn't know why. And it was a whole plot device the entire season of like, yeah, Quake did that. And they were all like, no, Quake didn't do that. By the way, this person is actually the grandson of Fitzsimmons, those two people that got married. And that's revealed also in one of the later seasons of the show. And he also wants to bang Quake, but it's a little weird because he's...
So let me just say,
what could be weird about that? What could be weird about that? What do you mean?
This show
what do you
continued far past its expiration date to the point where it was nonsense. And
yeah,
so you might say, well, then why would they cancel Agent Carter? That makes no sense. Agent Carter wasn't nearly as terrible as this. Here's why. No. This is totally true. The actress, Haley Atwell, they said, and I quote, "You're too good for this show. We want to put you in something more mainstream." So they canceled the show to get her on something else.
Disney did?
That's absolutely what happened.
So what did Haley Atwell go and do after?
Oh, I have no clue.
Agent
I just know that this show was canceled because they were like, we can use you in something better. I believe the phrase was, we can use you in something more mainstream. That's absolutely true. So they can otherwise.
Hold on. She definitely didn't go to anything except she was in a show called Conviction. Then she was in a TV miniseries called Howard's End. And then she was in Christopher Robin.
Oh, she was really good in Christopher Robin.
She was in a TV miniseries called The Love Song.
Also, I don't know how I ended up watching Christopher Robin, chat, but that movie made me bawl like a baby.
Yeah.
It's really wholesome and it's really fucking cute. And it has Ewan McGregor. I'm so bad at saying his name.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, him. It has Obi-Wan Kenobi. And the way they do the little Winnie the Pooh is like the best thing ever. Like I was never a really big Winnie the Pooh fan, but there's a scene just to set the image for you, chat. There's a scene where they're going through the train station and Christopher Robin, played by Obi-Wan Kenobi, is very busy. And he's like, come on, we have to go. And the little Winnie the Pooh is like, I would like to have a balloon. And he's like, no, why do you need that? And he's like, oh, I don't need it, but I would very much like to have one. And I'm like, you give that baby a balloon, you fucking monster. It's like, you just fall in love with little Winnie the Pooh, like, so instantaneously. And yeah, it's really cute. It's really cute. And I feel like it's a metaphor for people being impatient with children and kind of forgetting what being a kid is like, you know? It's really cute.
Yeah.
But
I just want to say, JP, just to give you a little, because you said this is what she had done afterwards. Again, sticking with the absolute truth that they canceled the show so she could do something more mainstream. The final season 2, started in January of 2015. All right. And what's crazy, and this is insane to me, by the way, this just shows you how truly terrible the scheduling was. This season had 10 episodes. The first episode date, January 6th, 2015. Final episode, March 1, 2016.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's
so anyway.
Like, wait, so it ran for 3 months?
No, that's just the show, like the overall show. It was this 2-year kind of like whatever. But the thing that's interesting is immediately afterwards, like you said, she was on a show called Conviction. Let me just tell you what they thought was mainstream. Again, this is an ABC show. The minute, like 2015,
ABC.
2016.
Okay.
Yeah. 2015, 2016 is when you had this show. And then they were like, you can do better. We can put you on something better. This is what we're going to put you on. A show called Conviction, also on ABC, came out 2016 after Agent Carter had ended. And this is the premise. A brilliant attorney and former first daughter is blackmailed into heading a unit that investigates cases of wrongful conviction, starring Haley Atwell and Sean Ashmore and Eddie Cahill.
Weird.
That's it. That's the show. It is literally the most bland, boring shit I've ever heard in my entire life. And they were like, that's mainstream, baby. Got one season from 2016, 2017, one season, canceled.
I kind of want to read you guys the synopsis of the final episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Episode 136. You want to hear it?
That is too many damn episodes.
I'm putting up the spoiler alert. Also, I need to look at something before I do this. Oh, man. Okay. So the director, by the way, of the final episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was Jed Whedon.
Jed Whedon?
Who is the brother of screenwriter Zach Whedon and filmmaker Joss Whedon.
Now that's some nepotism right there. If we're gonna talk about nepotism, that's nepotism. Holy moly.
I didn't know that at all. That's sorry, not directed. It was written by Jed. It was directed by nepotism. Kevin Tancharoen. I don't know who that is.
Still 100% nepotism of the highest order, but like whatever.
Oh, Jed Whedon was the showrunner. Okay. So I guess he was there from the beginning. That was his show from the beginning. All right, here we go. Major spoilers for the show. I'm not gonna say anything and explain anything. I'm just gonna read it. Fitz explains that he has traveled back from their original timeline to this new one using the quantum realm. Deke decides to remain in the new timeline to help send the others and the Chromicons back to the original one, becoming the new leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. When they arrive back in the original timeline, Fitz helps Simmons remember him and the life they lived while they were building the time machine, including their daughter, I don't know how to say this, Alya. Alya? Maybe?
Alya? Yeah.
Alya, yeah. Coulson, May, Mac, and Daisy infiltrate the Chromicon ship to rescue Cora and confront Nathaniel. May and Cora combine their abilities to give empathy to the Chromicons, ending their assault. That's right. They defeated robot kind by giving them feelings. Daisy fights Nathaniel before destroying the Chromicon ship, killing him and Sybil. The agents find Daisy in space, and Cora revives her. 1 year later, Fitz and Simmons have retired to raise Alya. May is professor at S.H.I.E.L.D.'s Coulson Academy. Matt continues to lead S.H.I.E.L.D. with... I haven't told you guys about Yo-Yo yet, but Yo-Yo is one of his top agents. They're like a Mac and Yo-Yo date. It's Daisy's exploring the cosmos with Sousa and Cora, and Coulson decides to travel the world. That's right. Sousa goes and explores the universe. He's on a spaceship at the end of this show. I forgot about that.
1946 Sousa?
Yeah. They steal him.
Spaceship.
They steal him from the time, and he's exploring the cosmos with Cora and Daisy.
Dude, this is why I can't do it. This is why I can't do broadcast TV.
Yo-Yo, by the way, one of the coolest characters in the show.
This is why you can't do broadcast TV.
What do you think Yo-Yo's superpower is?
Yo-Yo? She can rewind time 13 seconds.
That's correct. Yeah. Well, no.
Wait, is that real?
You're kind of close. She actually can move really, 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 really fast, like the Flash fast, but only short distances.
Why is it Yo-Yo?
because she goes back to where she began every time. So she
Tracer.
goes real fast and then she like snaps back to the starting spot.
Right. So Tracer from world famous game Overwatch 2, the game you all love.
Oh, it's within a heartbeat. That's right. She can go as far as she wants, but it has to be within a heartbeat.
Within a heartbeat?
Yeah.
What?
She's an Inhuman.
That's
by the
stupid.
way.
That's
She's an
stupid.
Inhuman.
That is stupid. I stand by my nepotism comment because that is stupid.
Anyways, that's Agents of
I
S.H.I.E.L.D.
stand by your nepotism comment too.
That's Agent of
Stupid
Carter.
as hell.
Agent of Carter. Agent Carter season 2. I'm glad I watched it though. Now I have context for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Haley Atwell.
I think it's so funny that it made your enjoyment of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. better. That's bizarre to me.
I didn't know who
I get it
Sousa
now.
was. I didn't know who the fuck Sousa was. I thought he was just a normal dude. And now I know that he's off exploring the cosmos. He went from
Now you get it.
1945.
I
and he
don't
explored the
I don't
cosmos.
want to know that. I'm disappointed that I know that.
Yeah.
That dude was just
Me,
like,
personally, I love it.
Bronze likes it.
you know what?
I might go watch. I think I'm gonna go watch it now. I'm gonna go watch
I
the
hope-
show, guys.
I hope
should.
you don't. I hope your TV breaks.
Oh man. All right.
What
Well,
if
here's
I told you I TV breaks?
here's the thing. I think it's Bronze's turn to decide what we do next because Jesse decided last time. Now it's
Wait, no,
Bronze's
but I
turn.
decided the time before. I decided on Legion.
No, but I did
And
Inhumans
then-
before that.
Oh God. Okay, so it is my turn. Okay.
Because let me.
okay.
When does that Ant-Man comes out? February 16th. So we've literally got 30 days. We've got 4 shows. 1, 2, 3. We got 4 shows before we can discuss it. We've got
Okay.
Iron Fist 2 potentially. We got. I don't know if I could do Legion season 3. This show might be too fucking weird.
Yeah.
We also have
What if-
Inhumans.
We did Daredevil,
Which season?
or we could do Defenders because I've never seen Defenders.
Didn't we do Defenders?
We've never done Defenders.
I never watched it. I
Wait,
never
did
watched.
I-
I watched like one episode and gave up.
Did I watch
yeah.
Defenders on my own?
I think so.
Oh,
I
God.
watched Defenders years ago.
No, but I watched it like recently. I think I watched
look,
it on my own.
You can tolerate 193
Why would you do that to
episodes or whatever the hell it
yourself?
is. Yeah, this man punishes him. I think, JP, do you hate yourself? Like real talk.
Okay.
Are you all right? Do you need to
If I
talk
have to
about
rewatch Defenders, I don't know if I can do that, guys. Because
I
I've
know
like
you're
seen,
lying.
that would be like
I know
my
you're like
that would be like my
secretly
fourth.
excited.
That would be like my 4th watch.
Secretly excited.
There's like 2
You see-
scenes that are interesting in Defenders. One of them is when they're all eating food, and I think it's like a Chinese restaurant, and Finn is very
Sounds
upset. Or
interesting.
no, I think it's because Finn.
Jesse's on fire today, dude. Jesse's on fire today. Jesse woke up today and was like, "Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it."
We could also do. I mean, it's Bronze's choice. I'm not gonna. If Bronze wants to do Defenders, then we can watch Defenders.
I mean, we have to do Defenders now.
I don't want to do.
No, we have to.
There's only
Rough
4
choice.
episodes of Defenders, so we
It's
could do one
There's
a week.
Daredevil stuff. There's just Daredevil stuff in Defenders that I haven't seen.
I've never seen Runaways, and I've heard it's actually pretty good.
Oh.
Is Runaways out to watch?
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say there's 2 seasons of it as well, isn't there?
33 episodes. Holy.
Yeah, there's
moly.
2 seasons. Yeah.
2 seasons of Runaways. Okay. I'll leave it to y'all. Runaways or MODOK?
No.
You can
This
choose.
is a bronze choice.
It's
This
Bronze's
is a bronze
choice,
only
yeah.
decision.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
MODOK.
Okay.
MODOK.
MODOK with Patton
MODOK.
Oswalt.
Yeah. To get
Well,
in the mood for the movie.
MODOK's hot right now, you know?
MODOK's
Yeah.
hot right now. You mean every day MODOK's hot?
Yeah.
Let me, how many
Why not MODOK?
episodes are they? There are
not that many, and it's not a bad show. So after watching,
there's 10 episodes. You want to do 2 episodes? I think they're 30 minutes each, right?
They're super short.
They're 23
it's
to
like
25
a really
minutes.
easy watch.
So if there's 10 episodes, then we can watch 5-ish or 2-ish each week, with the third one being 4. Or sorry, 4th week being 4. I'm all right with that. You want to watch MODOK?
I think so. Yeah, that's probably like. God damn it.
Jesse's freaking out at something.
I think I screwed up.
Why?
Why?
I think I spoiled myself for
on MODOK?
Ant-Man 3. Yeah.
Oh shit!
How'd you
I don't know if you want to put spoilers up.
What is it?
Or want to hear? Maybe we shouldn't talk about this.
What does it have? What? What does it have to do
MODOK and
about?
Ant-Man 3.
Yeah, we knew that. We knew MODOK's in Ant-Man 3.
Who is MODOK though? Who's the actor? I know now.
Well, I know. I think I know. He's from some other Ant-Man products.
Yup.
Yeah. Okay. Then we're on the same thing.
Yup.
Yeah.
I don't. That's a spoiler. I feel like it's a huge spoiler.
I don't think that. I mean, some people knew that. Some people knew that. Anyways, yeah, I know what you're saying. Well, you don't have to say anymore. I was just curious.
I won't say anymore.
Okay.
That I was like, I didn't know that, and now I know that, and I wish I hadn't known that.
Yeah. Well, because it makes sense because of what happens to that character.
Don't say anything.
I know I'm not saying it, but it makes sense because of what happens to that character, right?
Don't say anything. It's nothing. It's not even a character you know, chat. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nobody.
It makes sense though.
Nothing.
It's not really a spoiler. Anyways, we're watching MODOK. 2 episodes next week. It's on Hulu. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I think comes with Disney Plus.
Maybe.
Yeah. Aren't they like married or something? Chat, help me.
No. One is NBC, I think, right?
No,
but like they have a deal. Like
there is a Disney
I got
Plus
Disney
subscription. Yeah,
I got one of them for free with the other one.
You gotta
I
get the
don't,
bundle.
or like very reduced. Yeah, I got
No,
one
it's
very
saying MODOK
cheap
is on
with the other
Disney
one.
Plus, is what it's saying. So.
Oh, okay. Well, you can.
Yeah,
There's
like
ways to watch it.
I thought they had some cross.
Never mind.
Stuff
That's
they're married.
Yeah.
I clicked it and it said not available on this platform. So
you got to go to Hulu.
Yeah. Oh well.
Got to go.
Maybe it's
to
outside the
Hulu.
States.
Is they're not MCU related, but there's like animated shows for like Avengers and Spider-Man, right? Like those things are pretty good, if I recall.
Nah,
correctly.
they trash.
Are they?
The
DC's got
DC
good
animated
shows.
Crazy, yeah. The DC animated is like so good.
Well, I know DC's good, but I thought like the Spider-Man show was at least good.
It didn't like art-wise. It didn't even appeal to me. I was like, whatever.
Okay, all right. We forgot to Empire release some new images. This is Adam Warlock from Guardians 3.
Oh, buff Adam Warlock strutting through.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a little worried
That
because
dude's a weird looking dude, but I'm into it. Like it's perfect. Like, if you told me he was actually a real life alien, I would believe you.
I'm used to him because of all the Lion Witch in the Wardrobe movies that they had.
Yeah.
That dude was in
He
all
was
those.
good.
Plus, he also kind of looks like the girl who was in House of the Dragon. So they both have that same face.
Oh fuck,
Weird
you're right.
face?
Now I can't unsee
Weird
that.
face
God
syndrome?
damn it.
I don't know that's weird face, but it's like
Weird-
a
weird
very
face.
specific, definitely British face. You know what I mean? Like there's something like, oh no, that's a Brit right there. But also, I'm just gonna point this out. Look, no offense to what is this species called? The golden people. No offense.
They're called British people.
But
I'm blanking on the
if
name.
these people are creating perfect beings, why doesn't this dude have a giant package? What's going on here? Don't tell me I'm the only one to notice this. I'm just saying.
It might be
a
how he's
perfect man?
walking though. It might be how he's
You're
walking.
gonna make a perfect man? That dude, it better be in the way. That shit better be in the way.
It might be how it's walking. I like the cape.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who I randomly watched Man of Steel last night. I like the cape. Cape looks good.
Time out. Are we just gonna like gloss over the fact that I said this guy? I want to see a giant package. I want this real man. And Bronze is like,
Well, I mean,
At
just
this
in the background.
Bronze agrees.
Because here's
Damn
the thing.
right.
If
agree.
I had said that same thing, I think you're doing it for the gals. If I had said that same thing, people would have been like, "Broads are so horny," or women. But if you say it, it's like normal, you know.
I don't think that's true, but I'll accept it. I don't think 90% of what I say is normal. But I'll take it. Yeah.
It's like, have you seen the Always Sunny episode where they talk about hanging dong in the Thunder Gun movies? Have you seen that? And like at one point they're like in a focus group and everyone's like the lady's like, "What is this about?" And they're like, we heard Thunder Gun. Why is Thunder Gun not hanging dong in this movie?
Yeah,
and
why is he not?
The focus group lady deadpan says, "Are you asking about the flaccid penis that you want to see on screen?" And that's what you're reminding me of right now. It's like that entire conversation.
Anyways, that's Adam Warlock, guys.
Like,
I don't know how we went from Adam Warlock to flaccid penis.
Look, all I'm saying is Adam Warlock is the perfect person. That's all I'm saying. Perfect.
He should
the man has giant muscles. He's got wafty hair. He's got golden skin. Where is his giant golden dong?
Was he made to be a perfect person?
Yes. He's the perfect. Yeah. He's like literally the perfect individual.
I don't know if that's maybe it's true.
I feel like your puritanical sensibilities are getting in the way of what could be a beautiful thing. JP.
All I'm saying is comics never got. I think it's how they're walking and big muscles. Never happened.
He's in full stride.
No suit fit in the 90s. Everyone was ripping out of their suits. It was giant dong and muscles as far as the eye could see. The comics were different then, damn it.
What comic book movies were you watching in the 90s?
Seriously. What types of comics were you into?
He was watching I don't know.
Marvel comics. They were great. Actually, would it be Image? Probably Image comics were the ones where everyone was like, ripped to shit.
Yeah. No, that was because that was the one started by like artists,
I feel like Jesse only watched The Watchmen, and he's like, yeah, no, there's just blue dong in every fucking film.
I like the comic better than the movie, though. If we're gonna be on the same page, the comic's better than the movie. But
Watchmen,
I do,
yes, 100%.
But the movie's fun. I'm not gonna lie.
The movie's pretty good. Movie's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's Adam Warlock. There's also this shot from Ant-Man, and this is I gotta find the actor.
Oh, dude, it's the guy from Good Place.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name, but I love him.
William Jackson Harper is playing a character by the name of Quaz in Ant-Man.
I bet he's part of the Resistance. There's several big actors who are like extra characters that are. There's like a resistance in this thing that's against Kang, and so I bet they're all of them.
Yeah, I don't think Quaz has that's not a character within the Marvel.
No, I'm telling you, these are all like there's a scene in the trailer even where there's like a huge battle that's happening. This is, I think, part of that.
Yeah, so Quaz is joined by Katie M. O'Brien's character Jentora, and they're described as, I guess, slight spoilers, but this is the description of them in the movie, but give you 3 seconds to mute. They're described as a freedom fighter who's railing against injustice felt by the teeming communities living in the minuscule metropolis.
Yep.
The only piece of information we're given about Quaz is that he's a telepath, and he more than likely comes from one of the many communities we see in the quantum realm throughout the film. There you go.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. The only person that I don't know that what their purpose is, I don't know who my brain just died. Bill Murray. I have no idea who Bill Murray's character is.
They kind of were pretty quick to like remove him from marketing after that all that stuff surfaced, I think, in the past 6 months or 9 months about him. So
yeah, I don't know what his role is. Maybe he'll be removed. I have no clue.
Yeah.
He's got stuff about him. I didn't know that.
He does. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if that scene will be cut, but he was definitely in there as like he had like people surrounding him, I think, in the trailer. Right. So it looks like he's some sort of
he looked like kind of like, I'm the mayor of Cool Kid Town. but his name is Krylar. Don't know that character from anything.
Okay.
Never mind. That's an Earth 616 thing. It's a person, all right.
Oh. What does Krylar do?
I wish this Marvel database would tell me. Krylar in the thing here is just like a green ass man. And Krylar first appeared in Hulk 156, died in Hulk 156. So there you go. That's a thing to know.
Okay. If we're playing Rumorville,
there's no information on him at all.
If we're playing Rumorville, you know what the latest big rumor is in Marvelville? A lot of vills. Has to do with the next actor who's apparently playing Mr. Fantastic.
They're gonna
next actor to play it?
Yeah. Adam Driver.
I did
really?
see that.
Yeah, Adam Driver.
I don't know about that, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know about that.
He's rumored to be the front runner for Reed Richards.
To be honest, I'm not a fan of typecasting, but I would prefer an Adam Driver. Throw a mask on him, make him Dr. Like, give me Adam Driver in a mask is threatening. I don't know why. I love it.
Yeah,
he's a very good actor.
No, I agree. Yeah, the worst part of watching the new trilogy was when he took his mask off, and I was like, the first time I saw Adam Driver's face.
Have you seen the SNL skit where he plays the oil baron?
Yes, Adam Driver. Yes. Here's the thing: Adam Driver's such a good actor. Every one of his sketches on SNL when he was on is really good. The one where he's at medieval times is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
He's great.
That man, like, clearly isn't just like half-assing it like most of the people that go on that show. He learned lines, dude. Like, oh yeah,
I'm a big fan of Adam. The Star Wars shit was whatever. I think that was more because
the movies were whatever.
Yeah, I think that was the movies. But him
and
Marriage Story,
he's very, very good. I think that he could be
very good Marriage Story.
I'd be fine if he was brought into Marvel as anything. I would have no problem. Do I think he's a fantastic? I don't know about that.
That's the weird thing.
I don't he's a Reed Richards.
Yeah. I don't know about him playing Reed Richards. I don't know if he has the charisma for Reed Richards.
Sure, he has an intensity.
Yeah, he's got the Doom intensity. I don't know if he's got the Reed Richards
I don't
charisma.
know that he has with that. Look, they had Reed Richards and they used Reed Richards, and now they're like, we're gonna find a new one, but they had one, and the one they had was good.
I feel like that it's still perfect casting for me with
agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. I don't know who plays everyone else. I honestly think the Thing is just like a stupid character. If I'm being real. I don't know anything about the Thing when it comes to like what he does in the comics.
It's a personality thing. I think it's a personality thing. Like,
I just know that
he's a little dated, he's a little campy, but I like him.
With that said, the Commish came in strong and played him in the old movies, and they were great. Like, he was the one actor I was like, yeah, no, that guy can do it.
Wait, who played him?
I'm trying to think of his name, but he was the Shield and the Commish.
Is that Michael Bailey Smith? No,
I don't know. I don't think that's his name.
Hold on. Let's see here.
The Shield. I'll just Google it.
Michael Chiklis. Yeah. I don't know who the fuck Michael, whatever the fuck I said.
I don't know who that person is.
Yeah.
We hate that guy.
We need to rewatch Fantastic Four at one point. The original. I've seen it
the
once.
OG. Okay.
I've seen it once. Yeah, the 2005 Fantastic Four. And then if we really want to get crazy, we can watch Fantastic Four 2 with the Silver Surfer and the Galactus who's just a fart. Like, he's just a fart. They made Galactus a fart in that second film. I must
stress to you, that movie's bad.
That movie bad. I've seen it once, and it's bad.
And this is coming off a movie where literally they took 6 or 7 minutes to do an entire scene where Jessica Alba loses her clothes.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
no.
that
she
is
Yeah, oh
walks
yeah,
around.
they had to be like, we gotta show the Alba naked. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I mean, even in the promotional poster, she's like, how do I click this? Okay, sorry. I was figuring out how the internet
looked
works.
so weird too, because they were like, she has to be blonde with blue eyes, which is like not, I don't know. I feel it was weird.
She has no character in those movies. She exists to be like the sex pot. That is it. There is no other. She has no character in those films at all.
Yeah, this is the poster that they used for that first film.
I can't wait to see which animated version of her body we get. Because all the posters like,
yeah, 100%
airbrushed, and that's
100%.
not even like
that's the poster.
That's not a real person's body.
Yeah, that's illustrated. Yeah, that's not.
Oof,
it's really
rough,
really silly.
That's so early. That's like perfect early 2000s, late 90s like postering. It is just terrible. Like, prepare for the it tells you nothing about this film, except that like there's a sexy lady, and a fireman. Like, but it tells you nothing. This is a terrible.
But it tells you that you need to prepare.
Also, how the fuck did they make Chris Evans ugly in this poster? Like, what did they do to his hair? Like, why? How did they do that?
I am convinced. I'm convinced that my apologies to women around the world, but I think dudes over time become more handsome. Like, the older they get, the more attractive they become. There's like a thing because
look at Dave Patel.
Look at this fucking stupid face.
Patel.
I'm telling you, a lot of him right there is a perfect example. But a lot of so last night I was watching a documentary.
What the fuck is this,
dude? I'm telling you, last night I was watching a documentary on Netflix called "At
Hot Guys Get Older as They Age." Was that the name of? Oh, okay.
No, it was about the dude who was very famous back in like the early 2010s. He was like maybe 2013, where he was the dude who was like super chill, and he beat up a guy with a hatchet and like saved a family or something, and it became like an internet meme. And he was very famous for like 3 months, and then he was convicted of murder.
Oh,
like it is a crazy story.
Okay,
absolutely bonkers. You should definitely go watch it. It's all about like people creating celebrities out of people you don't really know about, that kind of thing. But in it, the reporter who is like the guy doing the sort of intro outro, the reporter, as you see him, he is a handsome man, very handsome. And then they go back to footage of him in 2012 when he's or 2013 when he's interviewing this kid, and he looks like the goofiest freaking goober who ever lived. He looks terrible. And it just reinforces to me that like I think dudes over time get more handsome, and this guy looks so stupid that now I'm like, God, this guy looks like a movie star now. What the hell happened? It doesn't even look like the same man.
Yeah.
It's same thing with Chris Evans. Current Chris Evans, flawless. That man is like even mustachioed Chris Evans. I'm like, damn, bro. You put him in that weird knit sweater from Knives Out, and I'm like, that's a look. I wish I could pull that shit off.
Chris Evans.
This guy, goober. Giant goober.
Chris Evans, though, Jesse, right now is the Chris Evans stock is down. Do you know why?
No.
Chris Evans stock is down?
It's down.
I don't believe
he's down
bad.
Well, he's not down
bad.
Who's
saying that?
Chris Evans stock is down because that recently came out that his girlfriend is 25 and they started dating when she was 23. And so everyone's like, it's kind of gross. He's like,
we live in a world
40s, I think,
where Leonardo DiCaprio dumps every girl who hits 25 he's ever dated.
I was gonna say, I just thought most of these people dated infants.
Yeah, no, I mean, Leo's also frowned upon for that. By
I just want to we live in that world,
Twitterverse,
so you can't judge anyone else. There's zero judgment. Like when Leo marries someone and she's like 32, then we can talk. Until then, no, I don't. Okay. Chris can do whatever the hell he wants.
I'm of the controversial opinion that I think women get better looking as they age too. Because when I look at old pictures of myself, I'm like, nah, I'm way finer now than I was back then.
Well, that's because you hang out with me more. And that's just, I'm rubbing off on you. You know, like that's like,
huh?
I get it.
You're rubbing off on me.
Yeah, you
That's
hang out with me
true.
more.
You were talking. When I came into the podcast, you were talking about how you wake up and you're
flawless.
attractive.
I'm flawless. Okay, and now you are getting that aura. I'm like a +2 to AC for you. I put down an aura, and I'm giving you my wild.
We can't
magic.
talk about AC anymore. We're gonna get sued now.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
I am
My
right.
bad.
You know the rules, Jesse.
We can make up a new system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other than AC,
I'll buff your armored ability by 2.
No, just join orc. Let's just join the orc.
Become an orc?
No,
Done.
join orc.
Wow!
Yeah. Just join orc.
All right, brothers.
Jesse, can we haven't talked about this yet, and I've been on this image for this entire time.
Goes to war.
Can we just talk about how stupid this makeup or CG is on the thing here? Like, what is this? It looks like it's falling off of his face.
Dude, that's his mouth, bro.
No, that's not his mouth. That's not his mouth. Look at that thing.
That's his mouth.
He got some dick.
You got that lower lip? He does have like a little the best part is they add a little sass to it. You know what I mean? Like he's got like a little bit like one direction, like I have thoughts on this situation. Yeah.
God, he's such a stupid character. He's so stupid.
Let me just tell you, I absolutely love that his plot line is everyone got powers. And no one's gonna love me. Yeah. Oh shit, this beautiful blind woman falls in love with me and she likes me because I'm always rock hard. Awesome. That's the plot line.
Yeah.
That's
and then there's this movie. Look at this movie right here.
Which again, let me
look
just
at that face. Look at that Silver Surfer.
Menace.
Go back down to thing really quick. They fixed his mouth.
They did.
They fixed his mouth.
He looks like a fucking oh god damn it. Now I'm forgetting the artist's name. Who's the famous artist that did Kingdom Come? Alex Ross. He looks like an Alex Ross painting right there instead of like an actor.
Sure. Well, I mean, they're all paintings except their faces are digitally.
Also, what the fuck is going on here with Alba? No, Alba's never looked like this before.
It's not her body.
That's not Alba. That is
a face angled to like same thing with I don't know why Chris Evans is looking down on you. Like fire is better than you. Okay.
That's because he knew at this point that one day
fire isn't better than you.
Captain America. Yeah. He's already ready.
I don't know. It's very bizarre that it is kind of like that one meme. They're all looking down at you.
He looks
They're all
so
like
stupid.
disapprovingly looking at you.
He's the worst comic book actor ever right here. I'm saying it. He looks stupid.
Are you saying that Nip Tuck's famous star is not up to your standards?
God, he's so stupid.
Yeah, y'all.
I'm honestly upset that this man exists right here.
No, upset is
also why
why
did they CG Alba's head to be bigger than the Thing's?
Dude, I don't know what to
this
tell
poster is making me so upset. I'm getting so
there's
upset.
a lot of CG.
Whoa! So you're telling me the Silver Surfer's the perfect man, and he ain't got no giant dong? I don't like it. I
don't think the Silver Surfer has, anything going on, Jesse.
He's got a giant surfboard. Oh, is he making? Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
right. He's making up for it with his giant surfboard. Right. Yeah. It's like a pickup truck.
Mm.
Dude, he's about to decapitate the Fantastic Four if he goes anymore.
No. He's flying by. He's like, I'm surfing.
We got to watch this movie one day. We got to watch and react to this movie.
It's so bad.
Is it on Amazon?
So much footage of the
Silver Surfer.
Not on anything.
They took it down off everything because it's so bad. They were like, you know what? Let's just remove it from the internet.
I've come.
No one
Earth
deserves this.
To warn you guys about the giant sentient cloud coming to kill you.
Are you laughing about giant sentient clouds?
Guys, you can.
Therein lies your folly, Jesse Cox.
You can stream it.
Where?
Don't say this. Don't
Amazon. Me. Well, it says stream anytime with Prime Video for $5, so I think you have to buy it.
No, there's no way I would ever buy this.
$5? That's
It's
so many subs I would have
39%
to get.
off right now for $9.15.
39% off is still too much.
Oh, they had
I
a
don't
You're
different
giving this movie away.
They had a different poster for it. Look at this shit. This is actually worse than the one we were just looking at. It's also similar, but it's worse.
Worse but similar is not a thing I like to hear. It's worse but similar.
Like same Silver Surfer. He's reversed.
What?
I love how you're not wrong.
And then
What
somehow
is
her
this?
hair is bigger.
Changed her hair. Changed her hair
Her
completely.
hair is not even like, it's like a brush wasn't invented by the Fantastic Four.
It is bizarre. Go back.
It's
Do you have
because
other
the wind
posters?
is sweeping it back. She doesn't need a brush. She's too powerful for a brush.
But it makes no
Okay.
sense that
Whoops.
everyone else looks the exact same, except they added some gold explodey bits to Silver Surfer and then changed Jessica Alba's hair.
Hold on.
But that's
What
a
a
major.
bizarre, like, I wonder if that was an agent
Maybe
request.
you just don't get art.
You know what? It's
You know-
subjective. You're right. You're right. You're
'Cause I get
absolutely
it.
right.
I get it.
I-
I understand what they're going for there, I think.
I love that the 4 is on fire.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
happened to her hair?
They changed her hair. I think that
It was-
someone wrote.
Oh
like,
my
"I hate
god,
the
dude,
hair."
look how like CG that looks compared to the other one.
That's what I'm saying. They literally, like, an agent somewhere was like, "My Alba does not have flat hair. You fix it in the new poster, or you don't
My
get
Alba.
Fantastic Four 3." Okay,
Wait,
the
did
best
they?
action film of the summer.
Oh
is-
yeah, they definitely made her
a
chest
lie.
bigger too. Chat points that out.
Yeah.
Wait, but like, hold on, that's not even the human. Like, what the fuck?
It is. Let me just stress this: all fake.
Mhm.
It's a face that was.
No, I know that,
digitally
but
put
it's
on a
like
body.
not a real body. Like that. That's not how that works.
No
It's
13-year-old boy looking at her thought that's not a real body. Bro, I'm gonna let you know. They saw 2 things, that
is-
was it, and they were like, "I'm watching this."
What is a real body even?
And then over
Yeah,
here you
what
just
is
have
a real body in a
you s-
world of chromacons?
It's
What is
true.
a real? What is a real body?
They might have a real body named Malachi. You never know. You gotta
What
watch out.
is-
I'd be like,
What is
What
a real body, truly?
your
Yeah.
friend who's a robot that
Really?
has the brain of Phil Coulson? What is a real body? Really?
Jesse, that's Agent Coulson to you. I didn't
The
even
man's
tell
dead,
you. I didn't
JP.
even. No, he's not. I didn't even tell you guys about season 4, where they go into an entire VR world. This is not a. This is a real thing. They wake up and all of the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are called Agents of Hydra.
Oh,
They renamed the show to Agents of Hydra because they're in virtual reality and they can't escape.
I need you to know. I hate you.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't make the show. I'm just letting you know what happened.
I hate everyone involved. Everyone who
And
watched
the
it.
reason that
Deep
they
my
do
core.
this virtual reality world that all the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. get stuck into and they become agents of Hydra is because a dude falls in love with his robot lady friend that he's created for himself.
I mean, that's the one thing I understand.
And then she becomes the big bad guy and
that's the
kills
one
him.
thing Jesse gets. That's the
yeah, I
one
get
thing
falling
Jesse
in love
gets.
with a robot lady. That
I think
checks
that
out.
part happens.
Yeah.
She becomes a really big.
Jesse's long-term plans, right?
I think
Jesse?
she
You were
actually
telling
becomes
me.
like a god or something. She like gets superpowers or some shit. She
Yeah,
becomes
if I
a
could just
super
live long
robot.
enough to have a robot, like, I don't know, girlfriend, that'd be great.
I think
I'm sure that won't end badly for me. You won't find my mangled corpse when the robots revolt. It'll be fine.
I think the science
I was
guy.
gonna say,
creates
I
a
was like,
god.
yeah, I'm sure you won't get Ex Machina'd. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, no,
Jesse,
no,
no.
100%.
Jesse won't get Ex Machina'd.
I'm going to be that
Somebody
guy who
else
gets
would,
pregnant
but
by
not
a
Jesse.
robot.
Is it
Like,
worth it?
Franz, she loves me, okay? She loves me. She told me she loves me.
Is it worth it to
It's
become ex machina
dead.
if you get to
I'll be
dance
dead.
around like what's his
Just
name?
give me
No,
me. I'm just
I'm
gonna be
gonna
like,
not worth it. I'm gonna let you know, not worth
It's
it.
not worth it.
Not worth it.
Okay.
No,
All right.
no, I don't want to be the target of a robot revolution. No, I'm good.
A life
No.
model
You don't
decoy
wanna
who
get
becomes
Ex
Madam.
Machina
Oh yeah,
for-
Madam Hydra's in that show. That's right. I forgot about that.
JP,
The robot
stop.
becomes Madam Hydra. I forgot. And
The
then,
robot.
yeah, the robot
I'm gonna
girl.
call the police. Hello, police. I'd like to
That's
report
JP
a
needs
right.
to go to jail.
She steals
Do
a
you
bunch of
think
the
police
powers
would
from the
listen to us if
Inhumans.
we were like, listen, our
They
friends.
torture in the framework. The framework, by the way, is the name of the virtual reality spot that they live in for a while, for a
If
whole
I
season.
called the police, like, hello, police, my friend thinks that a dead man is inside the body of a robot, and
He's in
pretty sure he
Tahiti.
thinks another man
He's
is
in
trapped
Tahiti,
VR
Jesse.
who fell in love
Him and
with-
Melinda May. They have a relationship.
I'm pretty sure that he also spends a lot of time in VR and is talking about time travel or something. He just needs help. We need to get him some help.
I think they'd
immediately.
listen to you. I think they'd be like, you know what?
I'd be like, just a wellness check.
Fine.
No, here's
Like,
the
just
thing.
send a few officers down
Here's the thing.
to ask him if he's okay.
If you call the cops, cops are definitely Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fans.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say you've never been more incorrect in your
No,
life.
they love the Chromicons. They
Your
love 'em.
best bet would be Yellowstone, dude. Your best bet would be like, I'm a Yellowstone fan. And then you'd
Well-
be like, wait. You know
You
what?
can't be all bad.
Yeah, it
Did
can't
you-
be all bad.
Kevin
Clearly
Costner
he's doing
won
something right.
for best actor in a TV show, by
Kevin
the way,
Costner's
for
a good actor.
Yellowstone.
I don't deny
He's
that
in
that's a
Yellowstone.
thing
He's
that
great.
exists.
He just walks around and
Yeah.
he goes like, they can't take this ranch from me. And they're like, yeah, you deserve a fucking Golden Globe. Here you go, sir.
But
You're
he
really good.
made me care about that ranch. So he does deserve it.
I mean, I did think about never eating vegetables again when he told me not to. It's a whole plot line in that
See?
show.
That's power. That's real acting. You think
Yeah, that's
acting is
dancing with
crying
wolves,
about
man.
your divorce like Adam Driver? No. Acting is converting people away from
I love the
veganism.
memes with Adam Driver.
That's it.
Have you watched Marriage Story, by the way? That film
Sure.
is a fucking
Yeah.
trip. man.
No,
Holy
I
shit.
just the memes get me though. The fucking memes turn my life around. I love it.
Oh my God. How could I forget the most important aspect of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Mac has a shotgun that at the tip of the shotgun
Mm,
has an axe.
mhm.
And he has it for 7
Mhm.
seasons. And it becomes a fan favorite item.
Mm. Mm.
It's an axe shotgun.
Mm.
Would you like to see a photo of it?
I very much would. Yes.
Okay,
I
let
would
me
Yo,
love to see more about the
Pull it
axe
up.
shotgun.
I'm fighting for my life, chat. I'm fighting for my life.
I
in these
would
streets.
very much like to see this.
Here, I got you. I
If
got
you-
you. I
if
got
you
you. I
may.
got you. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Thank you.
I
I
got
feel it's
you.
very important to my development as a human.
I got you. I got you. All right. First off, I'm going to introduce you to Mac. That's
Right.
Mac.
No, I need to know who Mac is. Love Mac.
That's Mac.
Mac seems like a character I would care about.
And there's his axe shotgun.
Never mind.
Mm.
No,
I
never mind. I'm
know.
all right. No longer care.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not into Mac.
He dates
I'm not into
Yo-Yo and
shotgun, I'm
becomes
not-
the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. because Agent Coulson
Mac
lets
dates
him.
Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
And again, officer, just my friend keeps saying Mac dates Yo-Yo. It becomes the director of shit. I don't know what that means, and I'm really worried.
Do you
for
want
him.
to see
Could
what
you-
Yo-Yo looks like?
I think my
Probably-
friend might be a communist, and here's why.
Yo-Yo?
He keeps
Oh,
talking
that's
about a
right.
man
I
named
forgot
Yo-Yo.
that they. Oh my God! I forgot they give Yo-Yo robotic arms because they get.
Shut up!
I can't do this. I can't do this.
No, that's real.
At this point, it's got to be
She-
a meme, right?
No,
like,
no,
he's
no, no,
gotta
no.
be joking.
She rips her arm off
you're
for
lying.
some reason in one of the episodes, and they give her robotic arms because she's on the prison ship after Quake blows up the planet.
That doesn't happen. No,
Man, here's Yo-Yo.
that's not
by
a
the way.
thing.
That's Yo-Yo right there.
Why is her... Right, I forgot. Her name's Yo-Yo because she goes one heartbeat. One heartbeat is literally the dumbest superpower to have.
She's an Inhuman. You didn't think it was going to be this.
She's an Inhuman?
Yeah.
No wonder
so
she's
is Daisy.
shit.
So is Daisy. And humans are in this show.
Terrible. Inhumans are terrible.
And
That is terrible.
Daisy is the leader, is the daughter of the leader of the Inhumans.
I hate Inhumans so much. I would thwart the heroes just so I could get rid of the Inhumans. You know what I mean?
No.
Like I would join whoever I need to join.
Yeah, I'm
to
full
kill the
on Team
Inhumans.
Hydra at
Hydra?
this point.
Leviathan, I'm
Man,
in.
How do I destroy
When
them?
they're like, why?
I-
I'll be like, I hate the Inhumans. So
I get it now. Yeah,
here's Yo-Yo with the robotic arms. See?
And you okay? So just to clarify, you're trying to get us to watch the show.
No, that ship sailed along. I'm just telling you all the things about the show.
My favorite part about this entire scene
is crazy.
Is Yo-Yo with robotic arms, and behind her is like an exercise bike from 1964.
Well, that's because this is in the 50s where they travel back in time.
Right. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. I think this is season 7 after they travel back in time.
At this point, I'm just assuming this is like a really big elaborate joke that JP's been planning for 8 months and like commissioned these screenshots and just like I feel like he just came up with this and he's like, and he at this point he could say anything and I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, and there's a dinosaur. And the dinosaur's name is Mr. Barnabas, and he goes through time with them. I would be like, okay, that makes sense.
I don't think Devil Dinosaur
at this point
shows up there. There's Bizarro Coulson. Yeah, there's Bad Coulson. He shows up. He's a bad guy.
There's Bizarro.
No, does he have a brain in a robot body, or is he?
No. So this is a.
Is he Hydra Coulson?
It's a Coulson from a different timeline. So he's a human, but he's a bad Coulson. He's a bad Coulson.
Right.
But they convince him to be a good
reality.
They convince him to be a good Coulson over time.
This is everything wrong with every DC TV show.
There is also
we're doing alternate dimensions and alternate timelines. We're doing characters, and you're like, stop.
Do you want to see who the
Tell
big
a story? Why is everything a gimmick?
Would you like to see who the big bad guy is in season 2?
Of season 2?
Yeah.
Big bad guy. I'm gonna say,
you will not guess what he looks like.
No.
I will give you 10,000 subs
because
right now.
You'll give me how many subs?
10,000 subs.
Is it the dude with the monocle who shows up in Age of Ultron?
No.
Because that guy is apparently.
Does he have more than one face? For 100 subs, does he have more than one face?
No.
More than one face?
Oh, so he's a mind flayer.
This is season 2?
It might be season 3. I forget. You know who this is?
The end of Agent Carter season 2. It was like, my ultimate power of the zero matter is from my world, and I am Glorth Moktor.
This is
of the 12th Legion of Hell. It's so out of place.
Do you know who this is? This is
No, I don't know who this is.
This is Quake's boyfriend, the leader of Hydra named Hive.
This dude's the leader of Hydra?
Yeah, it's Hive.
Hydra
Stop.
Hive? Yeah, that's his name. Hydra Hive.
Hive's a pretty big comic book character. He's from another dimension. At one point, they use a monument to teleport to another planet on the. Yeah. Oh, sorry. That's right. This is Hydra's god, not the leader of Hydra. This is who they worship in Hydra. It's Hive. Yeah, there's a monolith and it teleports
Who
people.
They worship?
Yes. Yeah. There's like a religious component to it.
So Jesse, now we can't even join Hydra. Like we have nothing left. We were going to join Hydra to kill these horrible agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now we don't even have that. We have nothing.
I'd be embarrassed to be in Hydra. Yeah.
Team Galactus, I guess. I don't know. What do we do? Where do we go? We have nothing left. JP's taking everything from us.
We'll go out this weekend. Go pick up some surfboards.
You know what this is?
You wrap me in tinfoil. I'll wrap you in tinfoil.
This right here.
Full Team Galactus.
This is the planet Maveth, where Hive is from and destroyed.
Maveth?
And they travel here with a secret monument power.
Yo, this show sucks. You know that, right? You know this sucks, right?
At what point do you call the Avengers? Because isn't that supposed to be the whole point of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Is like, oh, they
no. They make a ton of references to how they cannot call the Avengers in this show.
Why?
Because the Avengers are too busy dealing with other threats.
The Earth got ripped in half, girl. I'm pretty sure at that point,
that's
whatever
an Avengers
other
level threat
there is.
The Avengers.
That's time to.
The Avengers
You're
didn't
going
make
to
it.
another.
They're in a different
world?
timeline. They're in a
Avengers
different
level
timeline.
threat.
It's a different timeline. Honestly, in like season 6 and 7, this show actually forgets that it's a part of the MCU. It really does.
I mean, well, yeah, because the Earth isn't ripped in half in the MCU.
Well, no, it's a timeline split, and a different multiverse it is.
Well, of course.
Yeah, naturally.
This. Dude. This almost makes me not want to be a Marvel fan. You know what I mean? Like, it almost makes me be like, they're rebooting the DCU, so maybe I give that a shot.
Right,
like,
Jesse?
Jesse, you want to go hang out with
I
Ezra
agree.
Miller, the only standing character in the DCU? Ezra Miller?
Listen. At
They'll
least
replace
they've
him.
got Doom Patrol and Peacemaker instead of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I
They'll
might.
replace Ezra Miller. I'm fine.
I'm
I can
swapped.
wait.
This
I don't need
show
to
is
go.
now
Someone
the DCU.
Someone just said.
DCU crew.
Someone said, JP, this is more insane than people that stuck with Walking Dead till the very end.
It really feels that way. This is like, I have some friends, no names, who are very obsessed with the Smallville show.
Dodger.
And it's the exact same thing.
Dodger
I'm
loves
like, how'd you stick
Smallville,
to the
yeah.
end? This is terrible. Dude, JP, question.
Yeah.
Do you have problems?
About what? What do you mean? What type of problems?
Just like, are you like when you talk about a robot and it's Phil Coulson's head inside the robot?
Yeah.
Is there like a 13-year-old girl's head inside you? Because this is the
No,
what
I'm not
you
a
like,
I'm not a Chromicon.
I don't know that I believe that.
Well,
I think you're
Okay,
100%
follow-up
Chromicon.
question.
okay.
Sometimes when people feel numb, they will do anything to feel something. You're talking about how you recently watched Defenders of your own volition.
That was
and I'm here today to
9
talk
months
to you
ago. Yeah.
about self-harm.
Look, I
Okay?
finished
Because
Iron Fist season 1, and it rolled right into the Defenders.
Jesse, did you watch Defenders after we finished Iron Fist season 1?
I most certainly did not, but also
I
all I can
didn't.
hear in the background, someone please take this. And as JP talks about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., put in, I hurt myself today. Please just put that in the background.
That's one of my
The
favorite
Johnny
songs.
Cash version
I love,
of Hurt.
Yeah, I
Just
love Johnny
Put it in
Cash's
the
Hurt.
background. Just like
Great.
loop it as he.
There's other ways, you know. I just want you to know that we're here for you.
I hear drugs and
you can
alcohol
always
are
call.
great and much more fun.
We're going to have to put a
Better
disclaimer on
coping
the show now.
mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah, because watching you hurt yourself as your friends, it's hard for us, you know.
Well, no, I
Yeah.
already watched the show, so it's not. I've already hurt myself. I'm
No,
not
you keep
actively.
going back though. You go back to the
No,
well of
I haven't
pain.
rewatched it yet. I'm just being reminded of all
The robot arms, JP, the Earth.
It's.
splitting
I
in
mean, what do
half.
you want them to do?
Someone
They cut off
traveling back in
Yo-Yo's
time for
arm.
the
They got to
span of a
They got to give her some
heartbeat.
arms.
What if they just didn't cut off Yo? Again,
They cut
this
off her
feels
arms
like-
because she was a gladiator in the space fights for the Kree. You know.
Every time you defend it, it only becomes worse. How is that possible?
Man.
Well, I listen
hurt
to what you
people,
just said.
JP.
Before
If
I
not
was
for
like,
you, look at Jesse. Look at what you're doing to Jesse.
everything you say is you literally went earlier. You were like, "Well, hold on, it's not Phil Coulson. It's his brain inside a robot body." Like somehow that made it okay. And then this, you're like,
Yeah.
"Well, hold on, her arms were cut off in the space gladiator competition with the Kree." Okay, like somehow all of that explains any of what is going on in this damn show.
Do you want to see another major character of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Sure.
This is Lash.
This troll ass looking mother. This dude looks like
I think this is a screenshot from the new Willow show on Disney Plus.
Well, Lash was a neurologist and forensic psychologist who specialized in working
Where?
with gifted individuals from the Index.
On what planet?
If you're wondering what the Index is a relatively short list of people and objects with superpowers kept by S.H.I.E.L.D.
Who is this person? He works at S.H.I.E.L.D.?
He does, yeah. His name is Dr. Andrew Garner.
This guy's name is Doctor, and this guy's name is Worf.
This guy was married to Melinda May of Agents of
Melinda
S.H.I.E.L.D.
May?
Yeah. Yeah.
This guy came from the planet Klingon. He is not of this universe. He is, I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know what the show is. I don't know why you watched it. I don't know why you gave it time.
Well, Jesse.
Were you bored? Were you alone? Were you lonely, JP?
Lash fights Hive. And in doing
Lash fights Hive?
Lash saved Quake from his control. But while he was saving him and while he ensured that Daisy Johnson, aka Quake, was safe, he was killed by Hellfire. And he was, he was killed as a hero.
You know, for years I've told the story of how when I was younger and my mom and I were watching the very first X-Men movie, and my dad came into the room and started watching it with us because he liked the beginning. And then when they said their code names, like, I'm Storm, my dad got up and left and was like, I'm done with this shit. And left. I've never understood that moment until right now. As you said, Lash was fighting Hive in order to save Quake. But then Lash was killed by Hellfire. As you said that, I was like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I finally understand my father.
Well, do you know why he became Lash, though, Jesse?
No! Of course not!
Because Jai Yang, who is Quake's mother, who is the leader of the Inhumans, forced this guy to have pterogenesis.
The cat says you need help.
I got 138 episodes, guys. We can keep going.
No, I'm good.
Dude, some of these
the stupidest show I've ever heard of in my entire life. Terrible.
I'm going to show you an actual.
We've watched Iron Fist, so that's saying
Iron
something.
Fist was just characters who are irredeemably awful. Those two siblings are terrible. I hate them.
This is
stupid.
This is Lash fighting another Inhuman who can conduct electricity, I believe.
Oh, yeah, man.
And Lash is able to steal the Inhuman's powers.
Wow, boy, oh boy. Look at that. They managed to close down a whole wing of, I guess, the hospital that they could
We started out this episode talking about a very important issue, and I want to talk about that again. Some VFX studio was forced to sit here and work on this fucking steaming hot pile of dog shit. And that's why we need a stronger VFX union so they can say, no, I'm not creating a character named Lash that is siphoning electricity out of another Inhuman. I'm not doing it. That's why they need better pay so they can turn down working on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. For just $1 a day, you can save a VFX studio from having to work on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because they're so desperate for the portfolio work.
I'm trying to figure out if this guy's wearing just like a button up or if that's
Lash?
a skin. Yeah.
That's a skin. He doesn't wear a shirt.
So what's the other guy wearing? Is that a lab coat or is that
no, he's got like
shirt?
a button up white shirt with some jeans and some boots.
You know what? I've always said
so this guy right here dates Quake in the show. Because they're both Inhumans. But
right, no, I mean you wouldn't want to date a non-Inhuman.
Quake also, Daisy, later known as Sky within the show. She joins as a non-Inhuman, as a hacker in season 1. And then after getting pterogenesis, turns into Quake.
Stop, dude. In season 1, she's a hacker.
She's a hacker.
By the end, she destroys Earth.
Yeah.
I'm petting my cat.
Yeah.
Can't wait for
One
the
of my mods
DCU
said-
next week.
One of my mods said, JP is an energy vampire. He's sapping all of us.
Oh, man.
No! That might be the most true shit I've ever read in my life. Remember what Jesse looked like at the beginning of this episode? Look at Jesse now.
You are slowly.
So,
Killing
one
me.
of the powers of Quake is that she can, cause the earth to split if she focuses too hard. However, they had to create special gloves within the season or within the show, I think in like season 2 or 3. Because anytime she would use her powers, it would just shatter her bones in her hands. So she couldn't use the powers anymore until they made the special gloves for her. And you know who made the special gloves? The 2 people that got married with Agent Coulson as the officiant.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Fitzsimmons.
You know too much. And I'm really questioning what you've replaced in your brain with this knowledge. Because I know something had to be replaced. And I feel like
The recipe for paella.
yeah, it's like CPR or
Yeah.
something. Like you've forgotten something important that you really should probably know in order to know that, like, well, you see her bones shattered every time she used her power. So
I'm
they
trying
had
to
to make
think
her
of other
gloves
crazy
so her
shit
bones
from the
wouldn't
show.
shatter because of the right. But it was made by the 2 people that were married by robot Phil Coulson.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I want to say there's
Oh,
also some other
okay.
Inhumans.
I'm officially banning the combination of words robot Phil Coulson. That's done. That's
Robot
done.
Phil Coulson is the only thing I think is good. I think it's so stupid I enjoy it.
No, it's not good. Just
I want more Robot Phil
You're getting
Coulson.
Stockholm's. Jesse is getting Stockholm syndrome. Guys, we're watching it happen in real time.
Oh, I found an article here that says
This
Agents
show
of
doesn't seem so
S.H.I.E.L.D.'s
bad.
10 most powerful Inhumans ranked. Who's number 1? Oh, Yo-Yo's on there.
Oh,
Who's
Yo-Yo's on
Gordon?
there.
Oh, that's right. Gordon is the guy in the show that can traverse space instantly. He's a teleporter. And so he just teleports people around. I forgot about that. Oh, there's
Ava.
also Flint. Jesse, do you want to know? You want to hear about Flint?
Is Flint fire related?
No. Flint is from the
No!
alternate future. His power is centered in rocks. He can manipulate any form of rock. He's pretty strong, Jesse. It was believed. Jesse, you got Bronze. It was believed. No, Bronze. I still have the cat. Come here, Gomez. It was believed, chat, that Flint was the one that cracked the earth and not Daisy. But it was actually Daisy. I don't know where Gomez is. Welcome back, Jesse.
Has the revolt begun? Did we leave you on your own? What are you doing? What is happening right now? What is going on? I came back and now it's weirder than ever.
Lash's sole purpose, Jesse.
No!
All right. Let's wrap the show. Jesse.
I even tried to get Gomez to sit and listen. And he
I was
like,
hoping
no.
Gomez would stick around, but he didn't.
No, even he won't.
Yeah. Gravitron? Wait, who's Gravitron?
Nobody
Oh, no.
cares who Gravitron is. Nobody. Not even the show.
Oh
writers
my
care.
God, I forgot about Gravitron. That's right. Gravitron was the leader of the army and his name was Glenn Talbot, and he was the worst fucking character in the show. But then, Jesse, you're going to love this. this guy's really strong. That's
Jesse, do you want to go drink heavily after this? Maybe.
Holy
Look
shit!
at
I've
him.
never needed to drink more in my life.
Look at this guy.
Right?
The best part about this
I think we
image
should just drink
is
heavily.
it's this dude dressed in the stupidest outfit ever, standing in front of just like a normal Midwestern home. Like it's just like he walked out to get the newspaper that morning. Gravitron gets the news. No!
Graviton subscribes to the New York Times.
Gravitron's
Honey!
very strong.
Did you see? Local weather reports say it will rain.
Here's
Come on in,
Gravitron killing
I
one
made
of the
you breakfast.
Chromicons.
Come on.
This is a Chromicon right there.
And no, he looks like a chrome robot for sure.
Anyways,
Gravitron!
I need to go get more sugar so I can read more about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So let's end the show. Jesse, do some shout outs.
Oh, it's on me?
Somebody wrote
No, it's not
this
on
is
me.
the
It's
longest
on
episode of MCU Crew.
Gravitron wants you to go check out Jesse on the internet, or I assume I'll use gravity to kill you. Also, you know why I'm threatening people now? Ah! That's it.
All right, Bronze, tell us what type of cookie you're eating and do some shout outs.
I'm eating a white chocolate cranberry oatmeal cookie.
God damn, that's some rich people cookie right there. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So many
my cat's
things.
trying to get it. I don't know what I'm gonna do after this episode. I'm
You go back to sleep.
reevaluating my whole life. I started out today already feeling in a precarious position with all the changes happening in the D&D industry, and now I feel like I'm in a precarious position just with my life in general. Like, what am I doing with my life?
Great question. Great question.
Like, this show exists, Jesse. People got paid to make it. People watched
We
it.
live in a world where
Like, you and
Joss
me
Whedon's
as
cousin's
creators,
brother's
we're ass.
uncle. Yeah, we suck.
We're ass.
139 episodes.
You guys missed out. They're about 45 minutes each. I mean, you could watch them if you want to.
Are you hearing this?
Why don't let's do this. You
No,
guys watch
weren't we wrapping up the show? Weren't we ending this?
you watch every episode of Agents
No.
of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I'll watch
No.
every episode of One Piece.
No.
No?
I'm sure that's what you want. That's like trying to convince us, like, you cut off your toes and I'll just go get a Coke. Like, what?
Yeah. For you, that's like,
that's not same at all. That's not same
you're
at all.
like one of those dudes that has a humiliation kink and wants women to humiliate him, but you don't tell the women that that's really what you
What?
want.
This is really specific. What is a humiliation?
You know, but that's
thing?
like, that's
deals
your
with
whole
this
thing.
all the time.
I do. Yeah, I do.
Never.
But,
I
like,
didn't
your
even
whole
know that
thing
was
is
a
like,
thing.
I'm gonna go in and say something crazy so Bronze yells at me, but really that's what I want. And then they just get banned, and then they send me DMs
Yeah.
about like, wait, no, you were supposed to roast me. Like, that's you. You're like, oh, don't make me watch every episode of One Piece.
I would hate to watch all 1,000 episodes of it.
I actually
Oh,
tried.
So much of my
hate it.
time would be wasted.
I actually tried. I got to episode
Oh,
45.
yeah.
I haven't watched any more yet.
Don't make me watch every episode of Bleach.
I have done that. I've watched every episode of Bleach. So that's the thing I've done.
You're just making my point.
I don't want you to make fun of me though. I'm just saying I've seen every
Too late.
episode of Bleach.
Too late.
Too late.
Bleach is pretty good. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Too late.
Anyways, next week we're watching. What are we
Why
watching?
can't you be into something normal like feet? Why do you have to be into watching really long, really slow shows?
That's more normal than feet. What are you talking about?
Strongly disagree.
Me and Jesse disagree. Feet's more normal. Feet makes more sense.
Yeah,
Look,
I get that.
Look, these new age Marvel fans just don't get it. Okay, we suffered through 139 episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. so that
You didn't
so
have
that they
to.
could
You know
fly,
that, right?
you know, so that
You
they
didn't
could
have to
fly,
do that.
so that
No one
Eternals
made you do
could be
that.
made. We watched 7 seasons.
Wait, so you're to blame for Eternals? Right, that checks out. That checks out.
Oh God. Anyways,
That all
what
makes
Bronze? What we're what? Fuck, I forgot what we're actually watching next week.
MODOK.
MODOK. I was gonna say Hobgoblin, but I was like, that's not right. I know they don't have a show for Hobgoblin.
Yeah, we're watching MODOK.
Okay.
'cause
MODOK next week. First 2 episodes.
We haven't seen it.
We haven't seen it.
Short and fun.
Yeah, we'll check it out. It's on like Hulu, Disney Plus, something like that. Anyways, we're out of here. Have a good one. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for sticking with us through the end. If you did watch the full thing, post the word Chromicon in the comments section of YouTube. I gotta know. We're out of here. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Help me.